dwumedie ase washing powder yede ehohoro esiniemei eno nso yebekire ne ye stain remover yebekire said ye prepare stain remover ewo dwumedie ase enje bre about 5 minutes na onipa ayewie enu ntia ne ye pre se yebekire nema bebre ne nim se dwumedie emrewie no ebe mfaso aye nhira ama nipa ede wo ho behye mu nyina floor cleaner enso so yebekire ne ye o program yi ase hair cream tie and dye and also yebekire said ye prepare no minim se bibi koso wadwenim ubisa ho sempi se yebeda ni usua ne me nyina adakro yesre dwumedie adwen tai kire ne se be yemfaso ma nipa ene ma ye kire ne ye no eye so simple intia na ye press yebekire bebre na yemfaso ma nipa ede wo ho behim usuasua na wamfa anya dwuma kora sebe na wanton obetimi ai na ofie na oni abusua eyusu hair shampoo yebekire ne ye shower gel hair conditioner setting lotion styling gel yebekire kwane efaso prepare sa enyume yi ewo National Theatre date no abiem Saturday 11th November bread and so yebekire say they prepare bread cake rock bands spring rolls ring donut yebekire ne ye ewo dwumedie ase pizza yebekire say they prepare no bufruit nso yebekire ne ye meat pie ya penim difo a omba bekire kwane a ye faso eyen fish kwane ye faso yen adwene tilapia oba bekire ye ewo dwumedie ase on Saturday 11th November kwane ye faso yen enwa eno nso so oba bekire ewo dwumedie ase uhia space kase bia na wa ye fish farming uhia space kase bia enwa enji space bia ehia kase bia nso ansa no bia hyase ni nyina ye nyuma e de profit eba we live on one source of income ebetumi e de ahokyeraba we de kakraba na we so de kakraba eboa ema onipa eho ehenhan ne kakra enu nti eya na besuasua bi ekwane e faso dia mushrooms eno so animdifu e wa ba kyerɛkyerɛ e o programme ase biodigester ejanan ya yakase o flash ya na ahyi eno so ye bekire kwane e faso installing me pacho sign for number ni biem number no ebiem eye 0244 47 40 93 0244 47 40 93 0244 47 40 93 ebiem parazone eno so enche about 5 minutes na onipa yewie eno so ye bekire ne ye o programme ase Dettol fertilizer weedicide after wash ye bekire ne ye afi tracking device a obetimi dia track o car anase motorbike ye bekire kwane ye faso installing no e programme ase emulsion paint edi painti dan ho ye bekire ne ye brown sugar ointment samosa yogurt enyuma we nyina enji brenti ena ya na abribia next ye press ye bekire niema bibiri na ye nhira amenipa enu nti eyabra na besuasua bi fluffy ice cream energy drink fanta cola drink malt ena communion wine we nom ye bekire ne ye date no ebiem Saturday 11th November ena jumedie ebekoso ewo National Theatre ewo Accra ha National Theatre de nyira kwan kra be bia obia ofo Accra Central car o se open National Theatre obia be kire ewo Novotel ho a nyira kwan kra registration said ya bring ho registration that's why 300 Ghana cedis 300 Ghana cedis siketwie bi enka ho biem ye registration through mobile money dabi shase na plan towards program way na fa ho shim edani drus na oba program yasia now the registration fee of 300 no aba abetua ewo National Theatre jumedie no ase ho a ye be start anopa 8 o'clock anopa 8 ni ahyase ye kyerɛkyerɛ nyuma ewia Ansah ye refio ho nti ya hyeda ye videos aye dia to pen drive so a ye be chama obia pen drive na videos wo so no ne me be kyerɛ ni nyina ho videos ye nton ye free ni nyina hye 300 cedis a o ba edano a wo de beba no emu ya ye hu books nso a yetintim procedures ni nyina wo step number 1 ye say number 2 ye say ni nyina so book no so yenton ye free a package of 300 cedis or badanoa on Saturday 11th November or ba or beba no emu mesro bodit ne to ho Saturday 11th November ye wia Ansah participation certificate e dia dance se obi ba program ni bi nso ye be chamo bia edanoa yenton eno so 300 no emu ye be kire ba bia woni a ebe benya raw materials ni nyina bia to said the program na chi no obi person de na djuma wakope bi na ode ase na djuma se containers ahodo gallons ahodo ekwane e fa so register djuma aban mu ni nyina ye be kire ni nim se program yi emre wiye no e de dance ye bebre nipa e de wo ho be semu nyina oya djuma na ope ho fra kan de oya ho a yesre on Saturday 11th November fa wani kire National Theatre ebia na sebe wapadjuma che bibinti unye binyeye Saturday 11th November fa wani kire National Theatre ebia na sebe wako pension ope bibiaye eya brebi ebia na sebe oye housewife ope bibiaye brebi na program yi sedi ayemfaso me binom no onso ba ebetumi ayemfaso edi amount mejemu yi bomodin afa number ni biem a network for societal transformation busumi bia ye kire enyuma ewo National Theatre no ye ho asem na otie pomodin afa number no wo nua bi wa padwuma che onye bi nya manamra na be yemfaso amano number no ebiem 0244
0244
47 40 93 0244 47 40 93 0244 47 40 93 your body chat to 0244 47 40 93
Wabatele Accra FM ya mami
Ga oyalo Ga oyalo wala
CHRAJ FM 100.5
Oh, with Nana, Bobie, Ansah on the Citizen Show. Stay with Nana, Bobie, Ansah. All the politics you can know on CHRAJ FM 100.5. Tune to the Citizen Show. Nana, Bobie, Ansah. Yeah.
Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema be meti garafuru kube puntimpunasi sokode. Wakachira katabin say you what you can say. Kwabena keja guma mni yanko.
Akufado anat wacha before Gabriel just dakono ni nephew ofia nanso. Na army I used to support Akufado. So what happened? Akufado living in CHRAJ, and I don't think I will support Akufado. And that, in fact, the opportunity of Mayor Mama Ghana and Akufado Nansa, because he does not deserve the leadership of this great country. I can't entrust Ghana in hands of Nana Akufado. I can't sleep. It's not safe, and I believe that. Question. Will not sleep easy with Akufado as president of Ghana. I mean, no, I will not sleep easy as a Ghanaian. More promote Nana Akufado as president of Ghana. I can't, because I cannot entrust the destiny of this country into the hands of Nana Akufado. That's my opinion. If you want, I will repeat it. I cannot entrust the destiny of this country into the hands of Nana Akufado. That's my opinion. Nobody can sue any opinion. And he knows that I hope Akufado and his men are listening. And they should me Kofi Kumsin on and stop attacking others who I am supporting it. I'm supporting. They should take me on for my view.
What mabe? Aborna wum lahabal nyaksum. Asibir dalet kurga yo point ne pregele. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Muni nyatung ban yabga. Ka borna yu wum ya to nyaksum ko twe kane. Ban la akum nana Bobie Ansah. Ka bugum lahabal suma tung ban yabga. Nana Bobie Ansah. Muni nyatung ban yabga. O twe kane. O twe kan yarama. O twe ne bjelba atia nyanwu nyanyu otwegba onyelo mabia Nana Bobie Ansah tingban yabaganyu.
All right, so that's it. Live in Accra, 100.5 Citizen Show. Yamamunyina, aha, yamamu akwaba. Baby bia watemenka and area bia no adwumamre and I do so as usual. And then a Wednesday. A dominant pempem wa batamo on Facebook, on YouTube, on a main streaming, radio streaming. Yada munyina ase and area. Say money a share bio. Say edru awia no mienu a dwumadi agana fo nyina tie. The Citizen Show. Your number one current affairs show. The Bremen from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. from Mondays to Fridays, Saturday mornings, edition. So the Bremen. This is CHRAJ FM, powered by Class Media Group CMG. Yada a dom and then pimpim as papa. Say we money baba bedin komo and komo ho. And my catcher a Ghana for and raminya series of calls from various groups na ni titru ene bondholders no bebre ne mekasaye that they are ready to form partnership with the Citizen Show the rescue mission no okada for enso afre my father say ma I can motors. Thank you so much. I can motors. Thank you so much. All right, so mechiamu nyina ene awie Johnny Forjoy is here with us on Facebook. Thank you so much, Johnny. We have Lottie Jones, a loyal soldier, Augustine Mystery. Albert Okain is here. Kojo Fiagbe is here with us. Thank you so much. Haruna Ba, no corruption. Prince Charles Okain is here. Benghazi Amrado is here on Facebook. Abbas Frempong is with us. Zilix Dwayne in London. Maria Adam says, let's talk. Yes, of course. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a convo this afternoon. Matthew Lambo, God bless you. Nana Bobie, God bless you. Back Christian Waddle is here. Christiana Boatin connecting from Adenta. Franklin Compson Kobe. Dennis Adombila from Tema Newtown. Jigbodi Prince, thank you. Anyas Makera. Also is here Kojo Fiagbe 247 economy. Yes, I say John Mama, a friend 247 economy. Zain, the commander has taken the battle. Of course, Mama Ketwa is here connecting from Mile 7 Achimota. Adams Sharif, Agbeko Kofi, another day is here. Nana Kofi Ahin Kingsley, thank you. Chairman, may I say Johnson Clifford. Thank you, William Amoa is here. Adam Sharif, Brian Bryant is here. Sabian Yao Elijah, our offenso abrochre, offenso for Chiamunina, Alfo Sikiru, our Dubai. Thank you, Nyame Antonia Dusa, El Kumasi Atonsu, Jigbodi Prince, all right, Julie Belinda Obriwo UK. Delali Mofore Rexford. Me pacho ansana me ko jubadie no so no mame enkai wo se CMG sika achade adwumadie no yeguso CMG sika achade adwumadie no yeguso me pacho star 413 hash star 413 hash o dial na why you follow apps no me pacho ene Wednesday ene kwame ye cheni pasai Yecheni pasay yanko and also 5 or 6 right yembie mu ne me pa cho mu wini a ye frɛ mu a ya mo mpeke no u wini ya no ani age na tie sikrom o wini ya no hu blue kiosk kwai 2 shots wom krana na ebinu ma so am goto take te chofi o tetere. All right, so star 413 hash now what follow procedure no na yade new promotion be ba with a CMG sketch there every Friday mo amotimi twa Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday no that's why you're consistent with the system no your group mu nyina ni ashada your special draw amamo 6,000 Ghana 60 million yadi gum. You know, it me bomb ma 1,000 Ghana. It me bomb ma be a 2,000, 3,000. right? Okay, Hasif Rain says, good afternoon, Commander, and welcome to the program. I personally can't do away with your program, the program for the brave, where facts and figures flow like water. Thank you. Paul Amenyaglo is here from United Arab Emirates. Sandiata Keita, rapping live from Cleveland, US of A. Abu Tanko, watching us live. Thank you. Ubet me call Citizens TV Ghana. Citizens TV Ghana. Citizens TV Ghana. Your YouTube page kwa aso Gome Malam Dambaba watching us live from Tripoli, Libya. And the Ghana need us Libya. Boy. Okay, so Jibadi says, so why is it that anytime Commander is on air, then there is a shake up in Jubilee House? All right, okay, bro. Magdalene Ablo is here. Magdalene, thank you. Zen is here. Such a saint. The last man standing, such a saint anywhere. Obo Clifford Senior. US of A. Now, Clever, where new work or new okay, so minima brochire baby minima brochire baby. So Joseph Rambon is here from Liverpool. Okay, so Eric Cobson is here. McCarthy Wisdom has joined us. Tikai or Donko. And so Ahumu Haruna Hajia PH as CA 50 signboard. All right, so Evans Dani Kwabena, greetings from Teshi. Ghana should better stop criticism and choose the right person. Okay, so but no, through the criticisms, no, they me to choose the right person. Nanaya, and so I join here. AB Bento Yabua Katongo GH, and so I join here. All right, so Madam say, but Oruabi wa Canada. O sendi ye sikamaya to eyeglasses. Emma Akwadebi, Obapade Francis. Me pacho get in touch. So Otemenka, kindly just send me hi on my WhatsApp. Maybe some maybe Emma. So kindly get in touch. Here from I think Canada, yeah, either Canada or Holland, Mubako. Please kindly get in touch. Na yendi komo ketua be Kofi Sam. I say yes. Ghana for be bregu Libya. Augustine Senano watching us live from Kotubabi for nyina ye mamo. Good afternoon. come my production crew and Kwame Kwache fit one day call him and Esther Kwabena adepa de pande peple pap salad the kakra dine and I say come Eugene Bar your social media handler media na Kwabena Bobie Ansah the old soldier the old lion the last man standing Commander Boham is here till 6 p.m. Now come bebre aya wi ye bedi kwasi boatin ado meda se John Geze meda monyina ase Ernest Titia meda mo ase kumase for now across the country mo amote enka watamale Boga and other places mo connect here through your Facebook page more connect here through main stream radio and more connect here through a YouTube page a free nyame adoma next week ekono ye de new styles bi beba ye no be di nkomo bi oti ase ese promotions kiti because so Ansah na ye de akwakwa akodi bronya no ye kodi bronya no so na wa hwe ho ye pa but today let's do a quick street analysis bi on enema ye kokoto minim se amafo asase ye toto niema ene date here say kwame ene date here say ene on the 8th. So which means here second week of November mu and obviously from this time going amount for at yes kroma or to Tonyema. Now within 10-15 minutes let's do this. Let's talk about Niema prices, aduane, rice, chicken, sugar, bread, flour, oil. Let's talk about the prices. No muna mokojo so. Motoniema say Thanos Shake says loud in Nima, we are with you always, Mr. Bobie. We appreciate you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you also. So let's go back. Yanko street muni yanko D and come on. I want you to talk to me. 0302208090 0808090 within the next 10-15 minutes. Ghana ni bia wotemenka across the country. Talk to me. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about a market. What goes on in the market? Onyema what to at the same prices need to say say hello.
Hello. Hey, Kwabena.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Marcus because I free Accra Nima.
Okay, Marcus, yending komo.
Hey, I will be a one meet you.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
They watching the Nima. They say thank you cry to me. You talking to go back. Go back. They say Nancy me talk go back 11 city. I say control more. Thank you.
Oto go back say
11 city. Me see me one picture of my phone so I make you cry and send o.
Oto go back. Debio. Oto go back like koko any kusia ne nama na say oto go back.
Me talk go back nko ACD. Ana me talk koko no. Ana me talk koko no so 5 city. Me say Bobie so wu go back na wu besu. Ese boys here be all street mo.
Okay, so
Papa John Dramani mama. Number to changi
meba one kasano. Okay, so we are doing washing bay. What you say?
You are being me as you are. Be a kaba kubiano, you say be a one saloon kana 12 cidia. Yeah, or Mathieu commission my and I for my 4 canoes here 15 city. Oh, we are not much for commission amount.
And unya okay, so 15 cities no. Unya commission say
5 cities. Unless you be a nipa no be hu mobo. Na nipa na cho. Na dey sound kwa ni stand krombo bie. Pass na mambo no mu ya no yo bi aduma. Otimi kwa cho 50 cities 100 cities. Say there. We nipa na aduma nipa ni timi we wa say installe ne dey wini mo wa ma wa bi 2 cities. So wow. Ye nyina yesu ya brepa.
I see. All right, me that's it. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So, any Ghana phone share experience. Baby, I will be on. Bema Muhammad says, my brother, may Allah richly bless you more. Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Commander Boham.
Yes, sir. Pastor Francis Free.
Maybe David, because I see a okay.
Asharboche. Okay, David. Yes, your experience.
Bidie business na go. Is it me for lorry fare? The bidie I'm fan first 25 cedis. Is it Ghana lorry fare? It you 5 cedis. It you Bakubia 30 cedis. Now bidie kwa me for
Tobo bidie adwuma na wo ye.
Bidie adwuma na me.
First bidie button na moto ne say.
First bidie button e ton 18 cedis.
And as you say, I bedru say.
You see, village boy 70 cities, 80 cities.
Per bag.
Per bag, village or no.
80 cities.
80 cities.
Chaco.
Lorry fair, back first, may 5 cities. You say lorry fair, they are back per bag 30 cities.
30 cities.
I to the bar, now they are 150. You say, as I enter in Tompo.
And they say bidie bottle echo 2 million.
Echo 200 cities. Bidie bottle echo 200 cities. Huh? They say any you.
Hey.
Okay. Commander Mpacho, okay, I Ghana artist, you see, watch us, Kadia, so the library, I think Common so I could say.
Omo so much as cadi no say region be almost library. What's what them komaba o? What's what them komaba? What's what them komaba?
Me visually impaired. Ama me begin embargo. Me visually impaired.
Oh, kafra.
Say me say security also because me was the man change. Apana junior to na obo so mean dem mama na fi.
Now oya visually impaired no. Oya security no. E dey na dey security no.
Oh see environment no my addicted me environment no.
Oh okay so na wani ya Ansah
na mani ma me ko me police second year sana adene jibu kwa
oh
and the cars be wa it me one cars wo inside no do no inside o bo be am ka che me ko we na ba obakwa ko hu na na because Martina for the past 8 years and the adrenaline kwana no dey ejuma nkora ni nsan so
all right, okay.
Yeah,
thank you. All right. So David Apomausi said that glow for no senior man is here. Emmanuel also are joining here. Now who is next on the line? Hello.
Bobie.
Haja.
Bobie, my darling.
Yes, darling.
Martinez said they all say Nana my Jakuna your first love. Me tikra my heart. Nana my Jakuna ye.
Where the anchor?
Minti cut was happy. And fact, it's so sam, my uncle over Portia be my embedded.
There be need yana body womb. Yana body womb.
Now, maybe it was after that. Me yana appointing still name.
If we buy yache. If we buy yache. If we buy yache.
Hey, come now.
Yeah.
BB area. Yeah, well, baby, I found Operation Win JM and Sosu Parliament. Omutie papa.
I see.
Ewo akomapa shop and chair honoma.
I see.
I mean, you can say, "Mo bia mu puha."
Madam say.
Omutie.
Yeni marketing komo.
Market. Asem na oba be kan. Bobie nkaneno. Me wi mojanam. Nso omunam na ya me. Me come marketer. Me beto oda fish na. Opoku awawa papa pano. Akesia na me to fish, me to kesia to set 3 months baby fish. Minya, that time me to fish. Ni boy din pan 50 60. And now who kita 2 million. Any 4 million. That type of fish, you know. Won't you mean to 70 so big ka bidie water.
Red fish and also salmon.
Me say oda. Yaka oda. Sa oda no opoku ya kumati for friend awawa ye.
Yeah.
Eno na make ho atemi.
Minya, Antane, Yenimsa, the gas, Eba, a certain Ebaya, Quibretum, Yantika, and Yani Bium, and then, when you say you feel total gas, Ketuano. 70 and 80.
Keteketero.
Keteketeno, Kupuano. Minya, Bidiana, Minya Bemanekano, and now open Bidiapa 2.4. Bidie, Yawa tax, it's why your Cassiano, Namitono, 60 Ghana. Because Obenwa Abe, and I did say, I will pay for Ben about thing.
Yeah.
And next bag Namitono 60 Ghana, no, Namitono me and San, Eddie see me fear say, me fear for Obia, Bidia, Sebi, and nothing to me Toban Bakumpo 2.4. Minya Bema, Bordia, Papa ya no buka mu ikate se bode eduro aya 4 cities no then the pe bode am pese pa nkanka oniaba onim say adi che de ye oniaba na yedi
mo
ahemfo bode enne oniaba obi a odi ade ofufu lele eduro no aya 60 cities eduro 60 cities enu pa abani o kwa ultimate tokwa bi check cost of living in this country, transportation and a new boy our market and easy a senior kata government workers wives are dying. We are suffering because akwamaya bono and course real but nyama boy akoso and no more money crampo ko be pama money a 2 cities kete more money kete 2 cities minia nyama mu ya dene
Anyway, thank you. Mamenfa another caller on the line. Let's talk about a young market. Oton Niema say, Enchem Kolane be mankwayaba efie entare eduane ni titru eduane. That is where the problem is. Cost of living. No what to light say. No what to what you can say. Hello.
Commander.
Pastor, friend.
Commander, me do Drew and Mamoli, Ewo Ganoff, Municipal.
Pastor Yanko.
Eddie Collins.
Yanko.
I'm in Chia Dr. Han.
Yeah.
Incoming member of Parliament, Trubu constituency. And List too well. Fantastic man. And he will be a program here. Bobie, share cost of living. Say you can. You benya ubi ufia buying. No. Ono so bla ye kakura obebo ni tin kwa kasi masemu na nkofo yi ka me obabe defend poto no ko because sabi kasa f4 share 5 kilo emu enye NDC fo nkwa na eto Ghana ni biya obi enkani na sempala na etie 5 kilo wo de yen kan kwetire ya kasa ye ho 5 kilo na wato na body kura ye 30 cedi emu 5 kilo keke brand bi no me body biya but what on a body ye 35 and ne will be 5 kilo who tell mu 5 kilo now ko bisa when you ni boy kura na 100 and you fat and mu 5 kilo she oil cooking oil me go brand bi because obia ne na you and no so enkale no when you cheapest and you 7 cedi 8 cedi when you cheapest and na buy way and na ufa doni baumia say or person the president na you 30 cedis and you turn 100 who be the president baumia and they turn 30 100 and you see be turn 200 cedis media and you see the Bobie Ghana for ye bre papa and that buy way hey me say and you the papa sakufa doni baumia be the president Bobie ka unim ikasubo mu ba president Mahama and then you pay what president Nanadoni, Baumiamu, Mamma be the president, Mamma be Yakupo, was it Papa Mo, Bonimu, Hanisa, it's Ghana for Mama Yensum.
Okay.
Never delay again, sat by we,
all right, so let's talk about a market. Madina CHRAJ or say Aroma, I don't know, probably or can 5 whatever, 400. Cindy, 400. Abena, 380. Millicent, 420. Lily, Emu bi wa de Kwabena. Okay. Oil 1 liter no you 545, micro you 400. But I also bet me a mame old prices no. Then we compare it today. Then by November end na yeko red December more. And why so we can compare the prices. Hello.
Bobie.
Yes sir.
Apomo.
Boko. Pacha first of free.
Bobie Femi came Fefi or Yarafa Hotel Junction.
Okay, Pacha yanko.
Bobie me nia fried rice ton. Be 2 months be e mo amemetro no ye fe no mo select. But no be 2 months the price no the same. But I guess see another cost no. Oil na price no call for no. See price na say abasro.
Asia peja.
Asia peja. Me na me to I say vortex bottle no.
I
say the blue oil.
Now
say about former be do 27 28.
Not oil baby do omu bubu no.
No omu bubu no.
Okay.
Yeah, me a day me used to.
Okay.
And see now me turn on about form be do 27 28. You see I sign call 29 30 medium.
Wow.
And vegetables, especially cabbage. Uko magata cabbage kete ba ko 10 cedi. Uko shia e mana ne ese na ye yi hu na yan keten ya bo na keten miensa 10 cedi. Enya sam kito o market. Ni jija wo ko market na se wo ya calculation na wo de kwa emwa. Ndina zo wo skin bia na wafa. Wo kwa ne bika na wo de aba.
Ebi anka so anu ase abetena se.
Na wo tie bia no wa wo se de me a wo tinu 15 20 no. Enso ni pani. Enso wanya na sanso a wo nya bi. Nipa no kwehema obaba no wanya bro to 20 30. Nso obese 20 to 10 no yi tie bia ne a ade tina se wanya bia nkwa no.
Enu anu no.
Ne ba yante bia okoto banku 3 de mi no a waje nkwanya gusu no wadi za.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Vegetables no bono el costro pa el na san el costro.
El costro. Okay, thank you. My main copy be my last 2 callers. Hello.
Ansah.
Yes sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon sir.
Pacho mamingi kan nchia.
Pacho first of free.
Pacho me amed me kasafi Madina Zongo.
Madina Zongo. Pacho yanko.
Chia ajia pa one honorable Sisi.
Omojo.
Mo Zongo gidigidi pa na menshiromo. Ajia ende kiki duka. Kiswane kiki. They say Kwabena wife tendu yani wajai.
O wife eto aduane bad wajai.
Bra Kwabena wajai.
Adentia.
Ko sten bia skabe ko bia no. Oboka. Obe konne no se me bra bi kasa sisi ansa wo pikini. Nti ese no o koto ade wo marketa. Enye budget say e bia ade no 5 cedis na 10 cedis. Nti me waju say wo di 50 cedis ko. Ti wo kono 50 cedis ngina hye wo kono nya balance a ende etoje wa me si me wife ajai. Nti ne se kwa na me se na me se onja no.
Na otonde aduane.
Oton spaghetti. Me si tem bia obeko bia o se ne esi atuo yelumu na ya yesi na esi me si ne customer ba ko shara be katense amaria mbacho esi ne mo boy pi unso na times anumu oduane eboy panchi mbacho aduane no te so wote aduane too much. What I say on say ono o feel like o feel manipa.
Yeah.
What I say by to na bi nso a eja wanye ne sa enyi Bra Kwabena esi o manu ma ehia ma esi yembe ma no kwa ye di wo fia no pa na ye kwa adwuma yentimi ndi bi ko so yesro koso nim se bia kaka na ebia ne ehye tenfidi na ehye wo no ebia na wa kwa adwuma wanya ska bia amfa mbasi adiche wo mba baye dan ko school hwe fidin fi kun ekun yesi enya asem ketewa ye ko kan obenya ofu bi na wa ba be gina radio so TV so e defend se something wonu wi na ko problem Bobie Ansah ye bro.
All right, okay. Did I say Kwame Banaman says good afternoon commander. Public toilet is 2 cedis. It was 30 pesos in 2016. Oba tema come to one says 2 cedis. Hello.
Hello, Commander Bobie Ansah.
Yes sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon sir.
This is your Commander Bobie Ansah. Me fawedi the Kasafri.
All right, thank you sir.
Commander Bobie Ansah me how ni said o ma say loto ma mi dada Bobie.
Loto.
Ma say jumla ma mi dada.
Ada na loto adwuma na say.
So she said that I will the numbers to account be. You see your friends Osama Yao, Senabu, your friends Osama Yao, yes, your friends Samuel. The Dafupas is ending Siba. Yabeya Mahama, every master from 2016, 14, 16. Yabeya is Pepe and she may be way every job. Diana declare Mahama media, Roto, Yaji Bia from
Martin made us meant to be Fakola Biabio, live on Accra 100.5 citizen show. But my major dream says here, Sakut Amenga Itigo, a freelance journalist, if you say, and Yanini Bedin Komo on a year Yenia Paul Adam Ochre, host of a year Good Evening Ghana, and our one as a board chairman, Edema a year Ghana Aviation. Authority na enkomono ensem bebre but enra obi send me message be I have two things to deal with but yenkoti baumia ya the cost of living right cost of living but yenkoti baumia on ne acceptance a speech a small kafa cost of living yenkoti eye baumia asmo kafa eye cost of living ho na muntie for him to accept say yes e kom e wo man no mu within 7 to 8 years utwaska we
the last 7 years assisting the president to deliver on many of these demands to create more opportunities for the youth, improve the well-being of our people, create inclusive access to secondary education and healthcare, develop and expand the road infrastructure of our country, create great convenience in accessing public services wherever one finds himself or herself, and to leverage technology to fast-track development through digitalization. Notwithstanding these achievements, the unforeseen global economic downturn of the past 3 years, which derailed the significant economic gains and impact we made between 2017 and 2021, has had a devastating effect on our economy in the past 2 years, just as it has on many other economies around the world. This has affected many, including government itself, the private sector, and our households. The cost of living has increased dramatically, and Ghanaians are feeling the pinch. I have seen the sacrifices Ghanaians are making, and the hardships many Ghanaians are going through. And I am as concerned as my fellow countrymen and women. By the grace of God Almighty, together with the remarkable sacrifices, patience, and optimism of Ghanaians, the work of economic recovery is underway. GDP growth has picked up.
Yeah, talking about a year hardship. That from 2020, a year global happenings, and a dear Yabidru say. Now, cost of living, I ding. And cost of living, no, I ding, no. Or no, chance, no, about besessa, a year, sa cost of living, no, I ding, no. You see, when you talk about madness and insanity, from 2023, wabra Ghana for any abre, say common to womo, private sector egu. Your president, you shoot 10.5 million Ghana cedis and over to rent private jet. Baumia, at that time, now with the Land Cruisers, almost 55 die Professor Adai na beka anyam na meka Bawumia. But I hope say Ghana has say yes say Ansah no be bedi mampanino Jesus abro say 45 years and now 40 years about 40 and after so you be a was sound mind and sound mind no and I think this time around John Mahama Bawumia any other person Alan Martin is already in. They should take them to a psychiatric facility. Nian check will be arguing who say but them be nim. Because when you listen to Bawumia, it's like you are listening to an insane person, but them complete. Within the 3 years, you are the vice president. Within the 3 years, anyama akosu ewo mo ho. So the cost of living no ayedi ho nkomo no. Me wo sa akwa bia bedi dimatem poto wa say. Anyam na meka. Your vice president and your flag bearer and a catcher say cost of living equal high. Amount for air struggle. On to me, any akufado nyani says ya nemo mo be the president you be fix it. You are totally mad. Abadam. Anyway, yababa ya no so later. Ababa juma. Then another issue obi sending me I have 3 issues and ra anajo obi sending me write up be and madiki aka same way NDC running mate issue. I don't want to be part and obia ni bibiaka. But now a 2 write-ups. Bako de eba last week. Me de sende a ballon, could be ballon. And according to sources, no, Yamin. And this national organizer Yamin, and yes, what Troy. Me forward my Yamin deliberately. When fee, but Obia din at the right time, Yamin yebefino. Because my idea say ono na trust no. And I received a different write up. Obia nkabi. Otumfu aka sembi. Oko Ghana Weber other platforms just that yem pese yen kwadano mpese ye besom too much, and it's a fact just that me blame yewura otumfo no na me blame no otumfo complaints no he has himself to be blamed ontimi blame obia. Oko ayi MPP ayeso asantifo no kire wo mo dodo. So the establishment and ganging up is against Ashanti. Oba NDC mu a ni abusa say asantifo no mo ba be pede yi. And now otumfo 3 days no otumfo can same be or say now it's like the whole establishment and every group they are ganging up against Ashantis. Neka omonkudu nenka Ashantifo to Africana, but we have nowhere to go. Yes, we have nowhere to go. Fi ne yem fi obia. But otumfo no ano onwa blame on one. So you see me said that the yamin at the end Sunday no. Me the Sunday could be ballon. But at the right time. Yes, you can see a to 12 walk park and so on. Mube numu ho say. E bayam said the movie. And no one will be aside a year. Look, no Ashanti has interest in NDC running mate. What we are interested in, why ne betimi abu o man no. We believe John Mahama betimi a run a country ni ye. Yes, and for nyamiama ya adwene to create wealth for ourselves. When the environment is right, we know where to enter. When the environment is right, we Ashantis, we know how to create wealth. So please, the insults on various platforms should cease. Deal with your running mate matter. Whoever your mama picks him or her, it's none of our business. And you'll be our business. And then you're met your mama the onye. Yankasi e babe kamwa sembi. Yasi e babe support mo. Yankasi e be kamwa sem. Yasi e be support mo. Get it right. If you insult a Wadako or insult Kofi Buache, we will start insulting you guys back. Ebeye mo campaign kura mu nya time na mo aye. And somebody should advise Yamin. Somebody, your mama should call Yamin and advise that idiot. Kumasi ni ewo na train yini ye eho that land. That land. And I'm why nipa Yamin. If you don't take care, a best shock you. You better wase, baby are free. Don't insult anybody. No, don't insult us. Yankasi ebe kamo asem. Yasi eba be buamo. Obi anka so be come home. Don't insult us. Don't. And Otunfo has himself to be blamed. Nana, you are now complaining. Asantini ya dia yeba ayimfio wa kuratona bia on support ye. Now you are complaining that we need to come together. Now you are complaining. You see, abwana ntakra na mane yakasi o. Abujina po wenum nkola afia finwe asisa sika ni ade ombe gina wanim. Nana yeti o yehu. Endi nana asema wo kasa asandefo ya nsoro ne yanka ya hu mbom no. Yes. Eda Ghana web me matie tape no asandefo mpanifo bebre di video na send me. Bobie listen to it. Ede na moya afa ho. Obi anya bibi afa ho. Unim se konfano chi dua no a esife yi ase no. Ade a chi nra najo. Nkrofo bi akobu dua na to form. That's a problem looming. But why not? No, you have yourself to be blamed. Don't blame anybody. Because ya dia kwa ni aba wa oba support wa no support ye. But somebody should advise Yamin. Oya kola, somebody should advise Yamin. Don't insult us. Do what you want to do. Don't insult us. Don't do it. I can't trade my tribe with a political party. I won't do it. So don't insult us. Mosemi and Kebi, Obi and Kebi, do what you want to do. Please don't insult us. You insult us and we hear it. One say ya asema mbeti na enyamode. Mpacho fa aya amenga eto ni say mame mpacho quick one fatu mame sisi ya. Mbraso, thank you. One-on-one with Sakut Amenga Etigo, a freelance journalist, a writer, a traveler. Sakut,
You can add unchained.
Unchained. That's
right.
Unchained. Sagut.
Yes, sir.
Let's say. It's been a while. Always you are just, from one country to another.
People think I see you all the time. Oh. They don't know that. Me, my own brothers, I don't see you. I don't see you. Hey,
we hardly see each other. Eh?
Oh no, it's
if we are getting to everybody say 6 months,
we don't meet.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, but the point is we still connect in the spirit.
Yeah, exactly. The love is there. So
we still connect.
Your brothers, whether we are sitting together or we're not sitting together.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know it's a long time since I came to this.
Yeah, this studio.
Before I got arrested.
Seriously,
since that time I haven't come here. Since they got me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I said what they told you.
But since the national security people baptized me, I haven't been here.
Anyway, all is well. All is well.
All is well. We are strengthened.
All is well. And just forgive me. I think sometimes there are some comments people pass and. It hits you. I saw that. Yeah, it hits you so much. You ask yourself, am I doing the right thing or what?
Yeah.
And especially when you try to find out from the person, the people, just to ask them, I don't think now, yes, way. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Talk about competence.
Yes.
If somebody is not competent, the person is not competent. Indeed. It's like you want to talk about Professor J. Nano Poku. And if you talk about and a professor Cape Coast, no, it's not right.
No.
Talk about the competence. What you say?
Yeah.
When you talk about somebody's competence and you use it to analyze, I know that Baumia is not competent, and I can cite many things.
Yes.
But I don't need to tell somebody Baumia is not fit because he's from Wale Wale.
But that one is very primitive argument.
Yeah.
Actually, I've not been following all this internal,
I say we have guys on the various platforms everywhere.
Of course.
And every night they send us reports. We maybe say be at 2 a.m. Nothing I may better. Then you cross check this statement from this person, this statement from this person. Some of the statements, no, say one TRCI, you just try to cross check. But when you cross check and it's like, maka and so what?
Yeah, especially when it's internal.
Yeah. Talk about the person's competence. If say Obi Santinina say on your competent, why? We have incompetent Asantis.
Of course.
Very incompetent one. So talk about it, but not necessarily
because Ashanti.
Because the person is Ashanti.
Even though I don't even know the details of this conversation, even at this point, I believe that the NDC party needs some Ashanti.
It's a good man. I don't want to be part of this conversation.
Because
I don't want to. Because let's move on.
Because Ashanti is a voter bank.
I beg
that NDC needs to penetrate.
Please. They will start insulting us.
You can't win the election without Ashanti.
Let's deal with the issue.
NDC cannot win the election without Ashanti.
Let's deal with the issue at hand.
Yeah, sure. So anyway, that's for another day. We can talk about that.
Yes, but I may involve. My only point is that those. Various NDC platforms, MPP platforms. Look, I may a primary, MPP for primary, Alane Baumia, who could kai niema ni bi omo trofa Alan and Ashantis one obefe oh oba haso a utie niema ni bi then you ask yourself yes I could recently made it just otum for kotum me Facebook a friend notna and yes she called me she drove to Jolu NDC person Baby Sam say at the intina me do otum for to me Facebook me yes enye
what did you do?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Me Listo was just watching her.
I'll pour the beer on her face.
Man kasa.
Because this is cause
that I can't now.
My king, I cannot push my king.
That me do otum for to one match no the king of Ashanti Kingdom.
But that's your king.
And look, the
is that your king?
People from MPP, people from NDC insulting me left
because
right.
You posted your king.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, well, this one there is really surprising me.
I was to see
why? Why should that be a problem? You can't post your king.
Then the person was able to drive all the way to Jolu. We be a person but say what do you do for two Facebooker? Now say hey. But me hey no kasi me ye free manuma bano. Enkenye one am 10 ye na listo a bomb mechi. And I'm catching listo and say okay, let's move. You know, so sometimes you go to them why you ask yourself why.
Yeah.
What is it?
You know, but Charlie, sometimes if you want to follow up people, the pettiness of other people, you always be drawn. You're drawn into negative energy. So me, as you know me already, I don't get myself involved in all this pettiness. I just Charlie.
But it hurts.
Sometimes I know. I totally understand.
It really gets into you like somebody wants to just change. With destiny and everything, like after the baby are free crano, you are warned not to talk about it.
What kind of democracy is that?
Why?
What kind of society are we living in now?
Me no man who answer to embrace you,
but I cannot celebrate myself.
I cannot celebrate
who
myself, but you can embrace me. You.
And all this is clouded by political thinking. So the politics was there before your nature, who you are, your society, where you come from, and etc. At the end of the day, we are all. You know, our essence is where we come from. So who we are, our culture,
today,
nature.
Me no you are no you tempted to free crying. Me come back to Ashanti, me come home me fie.
We are called the crow.
Me wa ya de me be call me fie, ni akwa kosie mo me fie. How can I neglect my people?
Maybe that person has neglected their people. They are lost, so they want you to also get lost. So anyway, so let's go into our
Yeah. But Sakut straight. Ansah ni beba Paul Adomotre CHRAJ report and your petitioner what they comma CHRAJ. What happened between you and Omar Sanda yesterday on City FM?
Oh, very interesting. I like that you asked me this question. You know, yesterday this guy contacted me at about midday, 1 o'clock or something like that, and said he just seen the report and he wants to talk to me. I said, you just seen it? He said yes. He's interested. I said, okay. So this particular one, you are interested. You know, then he was joking with me on the phone saying, but you lost the case at CHRAJ. And I said, no, you have not read the report, so go and read it, and then no problem. Anyway, so long and short, this guy then tells me that he's going to invite Adomotre to the studio, and so he's going to call me. So either he will interview the guy before calling me, or he called me before the guy, whatever. I said, okay, no problem. So I was there and I was not listening to CTFM because where I was and the work I was doing, I don't have access to radio. So it was when he called me and put me on that I was hearing their conversations. I saw that he was having very lovely conversation with Paul Adomotre. You know, like they were buddies. They were having conversation. The guy was explaining himself, clearing himself, etc. Meanwhile, earlier on, some people had drawn my attention to a headline from CTFM that said Paul Adomotre cleared by CHRAJ. So I went to read the story, 2-3 lines. And I said, this person who wrote the story, they don't know what they are talking about. Anyway, so when I heard the conversation between them, they talk about clearance and etc. And I was like, and people kept sending me this angle from CTFM that said clearance. I said, but look at all the other websites, Graphic Online, My Jaw Online. Everybody is saying that he's been indicted. So only CTFM.
Okay, so My Jaw Online or more headline, no, Mr. Say.
there, my chiro.
Yes, let's check.
Yes, correct. It's good for us to do that. But I can even start with a graphic online, for example. Graphic online for almost say, let me see. Graphic online for almost say Paul Adumotre. Sorry, just a second. Graphic online for.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm gonna say Paul Adumotre has breached. They said Paul Adumotre abused his office. He abused his office at the Ghana Airport Company Limited.
That is graphic online.
CHRAJ orders him to stay away. So that's graphic online. That Paul Adumotre abused his office at the Ghana Airport Company Limited. CHRAJ orders him to stay away. This is what a graphic online is saying.
Okay.
And my job online has a similar headline. I've not taken screenshots of them, so that's why I'm delaying. And then CTFM is the only one that went to say that he has been cleared. So cleared that he has been cleared by CHRAJ. And then
cleared on what?
Just cleared. They say he has been cleared for any wrongdoing. So I was very curious that CTFM alone have decided that they have it an alternative reality.
But my member of background with respect to Paul Adumotre and CTFM,
because I really wanted to know exactly what.
Okay, so Paul Adumotre is like a godfather to Bernard Avle.
Okay.
And Omar Rusanda and those boys.
I see.
He's like a godfather to them.
I see.
I say some men's from Joy.
Yes.
Me and my multimedia.
Yes,
so
yes.
I know all those guys.
Yes.
Some men's has a close relationship with Paul.
Yes.
Because of Gabi Ochidako. And some men's was one time Gabi Ochidako's personal assistant or whatever.
That's right.
I saw them in a video.
Yes.
Omo MPP bafu front.
Yes.
Omo ko abrochima as a men's nana egade Gabi.
I see.
Trying to ward off those who want to insult Gabi and all that. I don't know whether now I found a bodyguard or he's just a friend. I don't know, but that is how me sana me TV video now say.
Yes.
Okay, so and you know the City FM owner is a pure MPP guy actually.
Yes.
So that is where the linkage is.
I see. So obviously, now let me continue the story. So obviously, I realized that there was an agenda by City FM to tell a different story about what happened. But clearly, this Omar Sanda guy called me in the afternoon and said he had just seen the report. And obviously, a 53-page report. He could not have read it within that short period to even do any interview. But yet, he claimed he had read it. Now, no problem. Let's do the interview. You call me and you are talking to Paul Jones. The guy is explaining himself, saying he has been cleared, and etc. etc.
So now, Paul, our line also.
Oh no, that be our studio.
Our studio.
Oh no, grana. Me a petitioner. I'm a petitioner. Mami report no. Me grana. Me unim bibi. When the report came out, they called him to come and collect the report. He didn't go to collect the report. When I called,
CHRAJ called Paul.
Yes, to come and collect the report. He was running away because he doesn't want the report to come out. Doesn't want anyone to know about the report. So he was hiding. Then I came from Europe. But the day I arrived, they called me and said that the report is in. And I said, I just arrived, so I need to settle. I'll come for it. And that was last week. Okay. So last week, Wednesday, Thursday. So I decided that I'll go for it on Monday. So Monday that I went to CHRAJ and collected this report and started reading. So then I saw that the whole report. Anyway, we'll come to the report.
Yeah, we'll come to the
report. So what happened was that this guy now calls me, and I realized that they wouldn't have an agenda. People are sending me screenshots from CTFM that these guys are saying that the guy has been cleared. I said, okay. So when it is that eventually this guy put me online, the first thing he did was to let me listen to him and Paul Adumotre having a nice conversation. Then he comes to me, and then the first thing he tells me that clearly reading the report, I have been flawed by CHRAJ. Can you imagine? This is a journalist. Me, I'm also a journalist. We are all working for the public good.
Omar Osanda
yes.
and a cancer.
That you have been flawed. I have been flawed. This is the language you used. So I was like, hey, what is wrong with this guy? I mean, flawed. As in, did we go to wrestle? I've been flawed. I went to CHRAJ as a public defender to go to defend the public good. And if the report has come out and we are discussing it, how can you be so antagonistic that you start by saying that me have been flawed? So I said to him, listen, what he's telling me reminds me of the headline that people have been drawing attention to on City FM. That says that Kwabena has been cleared. And I said to him, look, whoever wrote that story, either the person didn't read the report, or the person has the same poor understanding as Kwabena and the Ghana Airport Company Limited, who went to CHRAJ. When I made the petition and CHRAJ invited them to come and defend themselves, they went to CHRAJ to go and argue that renting Christmas trees does not amount to procurement. That's what I told him yesterday. I told him that the one who wrote that story from CTFM that said that he has been cleared, either they have not read the story, or if they have read it, they have the same poor understanding as Kwabena and the Ghana Airport Company, who went to CHRAJ to go and defend themselves and argue that renting Christmas trees does not amount to procurement. That they rented, and because they rented, they don't have to follow procurement law because it's not procurement. That person who wrote that story that he has been cleared has the same poor understanding as these people, like Kwabena and his company. This guy said that I'm trying to impugn on the integrity of the organization he works for. I said, is your organization above reproach? I'm a journalist. If you write a poor story, I can't criticize your poor story. If you write a story without reading the document, I can't criticize you. This guy will not allow me to even speak.
I see.
He told me what I'm saying is not true. If I make a point, he said it's not true. This is the guy was not ready. Who told me in the afternoon that he had just seen the report? He tells me that it's not true when I tell him something about it. In fact, I'm the one who put the report in the media. And this guy who saw the report yesterday, he tells me what I'm saying is not true. Well, I have been reading the report for 3 days before I gave it to you, the media. You just saw the report and you are defending. I mean, this guy, he lowered himself so low to the ground. To the ground. He actually bent over for Kwabena to put his finger in his ears. Now you have made me understand why. That means that he's just a puppet of all these people.
And not necessarily, but Obia what a downfall.
We are journalists. You have a reputation. Bobie, I'm your friend. I'm your brother. But if I go and get myself involved in some public scandal, you have a reputation that everybody knows about you.
Yeah, me, I won't support.
On this, you have a reputation. Everybody knows who you are. Even if you defend me, when you go out there, you can go and defend me. But if you come and sit on the radio and the facts are there, the report is you're not going to just sit here and close your eyes and say, no, that's not how it works. No. The best thing you can do is to even avoid discussing the matter. But not to now just wake up and say, it's not true. It's not true. So I saw that it was not an interview. It was an agenda setting, and his intention was to defend Kwabena, to do his bidding. But they just called me to give credibility to the process. So when I realized that this was not an interview, and this guy, who I mean, for all intents and purposes, is a small boy because I'm older than you, and this journalism, we started it before you started. So it's not now you come to show me how to do interview. But when we were doing interviews, when you used to interview me 50 years ago,
but you have a personal friendship with him.
I have a personal friendship with him. But you see, there are some people, when you have personal friendship with them, it has no meaning to them. When they have their agenda, they don't care if they are personal friends. This guy, he was with me in CHRAJ. He met me in CHRAJ.
Okay, so he's your mate.
Oh, we're in school together. We're not necessarily mates. We're not in the same class or something, but we're in school together. I mean, we're in CHRAJ together when I went to CHRAJ. And don't forget, I went to CHRAJ. I was already a journalist and I went to CHRAJ. Okay, but we met in CHRAJ. So we have a certain, and when we used to do all this politics, he was a political reporter, intern, etc. We used to give him news. He used to come and interview us at Konodu's house. Rollins' house. This guy used to come and meet us in Konodu's house.
I see.
Rollins' house and interview us there, and we give him the news to go and when he was an intern at CDFM to go and give it to his people, editors, and make news. So you're my friend. You can call yourself my friend. Then you don't go and do your agenda. You put me on the radio, and you cannot allow me. I decided to go to CHRAJ. Do you know what it takes to go to CHRAJ?
So what was the end result?
The end result was that I realized that he was playing petty, doing the bidding of Kwabena, and will not allow me to speak. So I just decided to just throw my fire at his face and get off. Because he was telling me that the guy has been cleared, and I said, if he has been cleared, it's only because he's a puppet of this government. It's only because He's doing the bidding of this government, and it is in the interest of this government to not let him hang. That's the only reason why CHRAJ will say he's abused his office. They have breached the procurement law.
We'll come and do
exactly, and yet they cannot recommend him to be set charged or to be prosecuted because it is not in the interest of this government to hang him. If they hang him, who will go and sit on radio every day and defend their corrupt officials?
Okay, so let's come to the main matter. Then now they come CHRAJ.
Medical petition come CHRAJ that 1st January. 30th January 2021. Now, petitioner made the come out. I was seeking, first of all, I didn't want this story to die a natural death because I knew very well that in Ghana, stories of corruption will come up, there will be outrage, the matter die, and that is the end of it. And you remember when this matter came out, there was so much public outrage. The sheer amount of money that was spent on the trees, you could see that it smells of corruption. You could see clearly that they've just spent the money among themselves, and they claim they used to buy Christmas trees. You see all these companies issuing invoices, even with the board chairman's name on invoices and all that. You could smell corruption. You can see it if you have the eyes to see it. It was clear to me, and I didn't want this story to die a natural death. So I went to petition CHRAJ as a citizen seeking justice for the people of Ghana, and how their funds or the public funds are misused in the case of the purchase of Christmas trees, because I thought that this kind of abuse of office cannot be allowed to go. So I went to seek CHRAJ's intervention. And the intervention that I sought, I was seeking for CHRAJ to grant me some reliefs. Some reliefs. I said that CHRAJ should to make an order. Or a declaration that Paul Adomo-Otchere, as board chairman of the Ghana Airport Company, has breached several provisions of the public procurement law, the public financial administration law, and the principles of corporate governance in the case of the procurement of the Christmas trees for the Ghana Airport Company in December 2022. They should also make an order for the Ghana Airport Company Limited to surcharge the perpetrator, that's Paul Adomo-Otchere, for the amounts involved in the breaches, and recommend his removal as board chairman of the company. And I also asked that CHRAJ should refer this case to the appropriate prosecutorial authorities and recommend prosecution of Mr. Paul Adomo-Otchere. Those are the 3 things I was asking for. So, establish that the procurement law has been breached or broken. Establish that this man has abused his office. And if it is true that they've broken the law and he's abused his office, then recommend his prosecution, and also recommend that the company should surcharge him so that he pay the money that are involved.
Okay, so 3 reliefs, and now we will share free CHRAJ.
That's right. Now
let's come to the report.
That's right.
Now in the report, let's deal with the summary. Correct. And reliefs that they granted.
Before that, Bobie, they invited Paul Adomo-Otchere. CHRAJ invited Paul Adomo-Otchere to come and answer to this petition. He refused to go.
Really?
Yes. Then CHRAJ had to subpoena him. As you understand, subpoena by force.
Yeah.
And he then
dragged him.
Yeah, they dragged him, and he then appeared. When he appeared, they asked him to submit some documents, list of documents. He didn't submit any of the documents.
What kind of documents?
They asked him to submit invoices, the tender documents, etc. If you like, I can mention. I can list the documents in the report.
Okay, so yeah, read it.
So they asked him to submit these documents. Just a second. Tender committee minutes. Correct. These are the documents. So they asked.
So where CHRAJ report to
the report? No, this is the original report.
Okay, so
original
page say
page 6 of 53.
Okay.
They said the respondent initially failed to provide the commission with his comments, despite a reminder to him to do so, prompting the commission to issue a subpoena on the respondent requiring his attendance before the commission and the production of the following documents to assist the commission in its investigation. And 1, copy of advertisements requesting for bids in respect of the supply of Christmas trees to Ghana Airport Company in 2021. all entity tender committee minutes and the reports on contracts awarded for the supply of Christmas trees to the Ghana Airport Company Limited in 2021. Copies of bids submitted by Jandel Limited and Favors and Arts Limited for the supply of Christmas trees to the Ghana Airport Company Limited in 2021. Agreement between Ghana Airport Company Limited and DDP Outdoor Limited, which trees through discount and sponsorship from DDP, that because they claim that company sponsored exactly, and then all other documents relating to the purchase and supply of Christmas trees in 2021 to the Ghana Airport Company Limited. Now, in compliance with the subpoena, the respondent appeared before the commission on the 30th of June, where he stated that the process at the Ghana Airport Company Limited resulting in the Christmas trees and lighting decorations 2021 did not lend itself to the Procurement Act. So Paul went to CHRAJ and was trying to teach CHRAJ about the law. This is the guy who failed law school and then dropped out, and he's now a dropout law student. He was teaching CHRAJ the law.
So let's deal with the first issues. Omubusan receipts.
Yes.
About a year purchasing a year Christmas tree.
That's right.
And
advertisement, obviously advertisement now, because a tender process, you have to advertise the procurement.
Yes.
So that open market, any company can apply.
Yeah.
You have to advertise it.
Yeah.
And you have to take more than 2 companies. You have to more than 3.
Okay.
So
Omubusan, all those.
Yes.
But when to me, I'm provided.
And that's what CHRAJ is saying. I'm just reading the thing that CHRAJ said, so that it will not be that me I'm saying it. You understand what I'm saying? That he stated that the process resulting into the Christmas tree and lighting decorations procurement in 2021 did not lend itself to the Procurement Act. That the Ghana Airport Company Limited rented the Christmas decoration in 2021 and did not procure same as alleged by the complainant. So I'm the one making allegation that it was procured.
Yeah.
But they didn't do procurement. They just rented it. So for him, renting, that even though it's public money, for him renting is not procurement. And he submitted a letter from the claim. And then the said letter signed by one Teresa Kokwi Fiado, designated RTI officer for the Minister of Transport, in response to a letter from Redeemer. So he went there with a letter from the Minister of Transport that says that this was not, they didn't do procurement, they just rented it. So the whole Ministry of Transport and the Ghana Airport Company Limited and Paul Adomochire, their whole understanding is that when you are using public money, you are spending public money, but you are not purchasing the item, but you are renting it. It's not procurement. You can just call your friend and say, collect this money, go and do the purchase.
In fact,
bring it. That's their mind.
Yeah, because Omujidi say renting there should be no accountability.
Correct. Oh, Bob,
that's all.
You see, I was using blended words. As long as it's renting, no accountability. Yeah. So they are hiding under the banner of renting to chop one money.
But what about them says all the money who take public money and they rent crown and say you will account.
That's right.
So therefore you need to put together the necessary documents.
That's right.
But
in their mind, no, they have passed all that stage.
Okay.
They said on the 18th of October 2022, 4 months after appearing before the commission, the respondent, that's Paul Adomochire, submitted his comments on the petition to the commission, in which he repeated, in essence, the position taken by him during his appearance before the commission, while admitting that he used the word procure on his show. He indicated that the word procure, as used by him, did not mean procure. That's the same word, though. Mm-hmm. He said the word procure, as used by him on his show, did not mean procure. The same word as contemplated by the act. So, the procure that he used, no, it's not the same procure that the law is using.
Use it. Okay,
it's spelled the same.
Okay, hold on.
But it doesn't mean it the same way.
Hold on. So, about 2, 3, 4 messages, same messages, and Bobie, good afternoon. Please ask Sakut to take his time. But Sakut okasa very fast. So please bear with us.
But it's good. I'll take my time.
Sakut oyobi okasa fast. Or maybe be fast, walking everything. And, so, if you slow motion. All right. So please bear with us. Why? Bear with us. And the point is, Sakut or Bonhomode with a free language, because on here I but trust me. Enya da bia na obia betimi aka twi
me kasana na kana
kasana na kana twi nya national language paga so please paga please bear with us. I mean ono so kasa ono oka ne krom kasa bia yeso ye ntiase. So don't push him say twi nya national language. So don't force him.
Oh, but because I'm reading, so me we read na kasa, say to me.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't make sound.
That's fine.
Exactly.
All right.
So you are following the story. Bob.
Yes.
So you are following the story.
Yes.
This guy is saying that the word procure that he himself, you see, when I went to CHRAJ, I submitted copies of his own television show where he went to defend himself.
Okay.
As evidence of my for my petition. I use his own words.
You on your phone?
Everything is on the
the
report.
About the video. The video now can say what the mass CHRAJ for.
No, I don't have it here. But I mean, he did a show. Good evening.
Yes, I'm aware.
So everything, I submitted a video to CHRAJ, and I also added the Facebook post he had made, and I said I'm using his own words as evidence of my allegations against him, because he himself went to defend himself and he incriminated himself. He himself went to say they procured. He invited 2 vendors, Jandel and Favors and Arts. He himself said it. And he said they spent a total of 118,000 Ghana cedis.
I see.
So he is now saying that the word procure does not mean the technical word referred to in the act. And he added that acquisition of property and rental are 2 different things. And he indicated also that the petitioner, that is me, should have exhausted domestic remedies. So I should have come to Ghana Airport Company, write a complaint to him, and he will now explain to me. I shouldn't have gone to CHRAJ. So CHRAJ should throw away my petition because it is frivolous. He therefore referred to Section 13 of the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, which is the Act 1993 Act 456, which empowers the Commission to refrain from investigating where there is administrative remedy. He concluded by praying, this is very important battle. He concluded in his comments by praying the commission to explain to the petitioner, me who don't understand the law, he should explain to me. He who couldn't pass the law exam is now saying that they should explain to me, the petitioner, and the public, including you, Bobie, and all the lawyers.
But you know, Poladumoche is my brother.
Oh, what is your
so
brother?
Some jabs in the video.
I don't talk so on, but me, I'm jabbing him because he jabbed me even in his comments. He said he prayed the commission to explain to the petitioner and the public the non-applicability of the procurement law to the process and the absence of any breach of the law. So he's telling CHRAJ that this guy doesn't understand what he's doing. He should not have come here. He should have come to us to explain. And your work does not involve this kind of complaint. So throw it away. And then we have decided to quote, and then they decided to quote his letter. So Paul's letter is here. In his letter, he actually says that I'm just trying to use this petition against him to get my moment of fame.
Oh.
Yes, that's what he said. The letter is here. That's what he said to CHRAJ. This is how low he went. So Paul, I don't want you to think that the Ghana knows me. Ghana will get to know me because of him. Is this serious? He hasn't heard Sakut Amenga Edgo before in this country.
The old soldier.
He hasn't heard Sakut Amenga Edgo before. He hasn't heard Commandante. Okay.
They're on chain.
I think that a CHRAJ petition that will make me known. So I'm using him to make myself famous. I will ignore him with contempt with that comment he made in the CHRAJ. But this is how arrogant he is. He thinks he's so important that I will go and make a petition against him so that I will become famous.
Okay, so let's come on the issues about the beliefs.
So all this were thrown away. I want to make the point that all this were thrown away by CHRAJ. CHRAJ said to him, you have no idea what they're talking about. Procurement include rental. Procurement includes purchase, lease, or whatever word you can use. As long as you are applying public funds, it is procurement.
Okay.
So his argument, his defense was thrown out.
Yeah. Maybe say touch on reliefs.
Yes,
CHRAJ.
I'm going. Yes.
A grantee, any the summary.
That's right.
Any recommendations no.
I'm coming.
Then you know lead listeners back to the conversation. So any aspect be a better touch on piano.
So I'm going to that. So CHRAJ decides that before I come to the conclusion, I have to come to the observations. Because first of all, they observe certain things before they then drew conclusions.
Okay, so
and then took a decision.
Observation or
page
say Because I have it on
52.
Page 52. Page 52.
But let me start from 51, where they say that in respect of relief one, my reliefs. So they mention all my reliefs.
So, my name to me follow me person me call.
Go to 51.
51.
Page 51, where they have now said that these are the reliefs, and they are now answering my reliefs one by one. 51. Page 51. Correct.
Hold on. Me person me follow. Untina. Okay, so 52. Okay, observations. Then 51.
Yes.
Okay,
correct.
So
51.
Hold on.
The observation is on 52, but we'll start from 51.
51, section 18.
Okay, so page 51, it says that as noted supra, the complainant claimed the following reliefs. So they list the reliefs, the three reliefs. Have you seen that?
Okay, yes.
Correct.
I've seen it.
And then they say, in respect of relief one, our investigation did not reveal that the respondent breached several provisions of.
I say a declaration that the respondent
has breached several provisions of the public procurement law, the public financial administration law, and the principles of corporate governance in the procurement of the Christmas trees in December 2020.
So hold on. Kwame, where you on? I have fact to Facebook. The person I'm for following you.
That's right. So that's the first relief.
Yeah. So 51, page 51. As noted, supra, the complainant claimed the following reliefs.
Yes.
The complainant.
Yes.
So
that's me.
Claiming that a declaration that the respondent has breached several provisions of the public procurement law, the public financial administration law, and the principles of corporate governance in the procurement of Christmas trees. Okay, that is 1. 2.
An order directed at the Ghana Airport Company Limited to surcharge the respondent for the amounts involved in the procurement breaches and to recommend his removal as board chairman. And then the third one, a reference to the commission or by the commission to the appropriate authorities of its investigations and recommendation for the prosecution of the respondent.
Okay,
so those are the three things I was asking this commission to do.
Exactly. And therefore, I'm more following. The idea to Facebook release me patch up my embra from so that I'm out for being. Don't go. Mubet me a pick away ne 3 things are sakut ede echo me patch up my embra one no cramba. All right. So these are 3 pointer sakut ede echo ma CHRAJ say omo and grant mano.
That's right.
Right. So baby you can pick it into your first point. Let's go.
And now they say in respect of relief one, the first one, our investigation did not reveal that the respondent breached several provisions of Act 663 as amended. The procurement of the Christmas inspirations was done by the management. The management. So they are shifting the blame from Paul Adomochire to the management.
Okay.
Albeit with some active participation by the respondent, Paul
Adomochire.
Although with an active participation. So it is the management that did the procurement. They breached the law, but it was not he who did the procurement, but he actively participated. Do you want me to read it again? Allow me to also.
No,
okay, make up you. Correct. In respect of relief one, our investigation did not reveal that the respondent, Paul Adomochire, breached several provisions of Act 663 as amended. The procurement of the Christmas inspirations was done by the management, albeit which is although, with some active participation by the respondent, Paul Adomochire, in the sense that he requested for an invoice from one of the suppliers, Favors and Arts. This invoice was issued in the joint names of the respondent, Paul Adomochire, and the Ghana Airport Company Limited. As the provisions of Act 663 do not require that invoices be submitted in the personal names of board chairmen of state-owned enterprises, we agree that this was a breach of Act 663, albeit minor. See, they always bring albeit minor, albeit active participation. Ghana. So they say what? Apart from this, we did not find that the respondent breached other provisions, but he has breached. It doesn't matter whether he breached other provisions.
Okay, so breached. Apart from the almost say minor, no, they claim it's minor.
Active participation. He participated,
but a minor.
Minor, correct. That they didn't see any other. Now we also find that the respondent, Paul Adomochiri, breached some, but not several provisions of corporate governance. Breached some, but not several provisions of corporate governance. And some roles that he played in the procurement of the inspirations and his appearance via media on matters relating to the procurement. The net effect of this is that the commission partly grants relief one. So they partly agree with me with my relief one. They've not agree, they have granted the relief one.
They partly
grant, partly. You see, so you see, the CHRAJ is speaking in partly some language, partial language.
Yeah.
You see.
So which
it's like somebody is holding them back.
So you realize that even CHRAJ struggled to putting their
words together.
Their words
they
together.
Keep saying partly minor. Although actively participated.
So they realize that no, the guy goof.
So you can
trap that bila.
But you can see that there's some hidden hands that was holding CHRAJ hand when they are writing.
So you can see that somebody keeps on reading it and then take it back.
Right. So what I say, editor, not editor, editor, double house, maybe. I edited no. What I say, correct. Where you from? You see the way you have given the time to go through this matter.
Bogo.
Nobody will let me go through this matter like that. And people are not reading the report. They don't understand.
Bogo.
So they've granted me partly relief one. So you remember the relief one? Correct. In respect of relief two, our investigations did not reveal that the respondent benefited in any way from the breaches that occasioned the procurement of the Christmas inspirations. Can you imagine that? Their investigation did not reveal. Don't forget, you asked him to submit the documents. The man never submitted the documents. So how will it reveal any
because Enka or submitted documents now.
You will see where he has benefited.
That is where you will see, because at one point any person Nidi appear on receipt, but Nidi personal as for Adomochiri has been used.
Does it not tell you something that there's some something personal?
Yes,
that's the personal benefit.
Yes.
What did he personally have his name on the invoice? But CHRAJ is saying that their investigation did not reveal. Even though you subpoenaed him to bring documents, he refused to bring the documents. Perhaps the evidence was hidden in the documents that he refused to submit. But I'll leave that one for the court of public opinion.
Okay.
That it did not reveal that he personally he benefited in any way from the breaches that occasioned the procurement of the Christmas trees or inspirations. Accordingly, there is no justification. Making a CHRAJ order directed at him and recommending his removal as board chairman. So I want to mean Kaza Omuyinu. Or this guy cry who? You see, funny people say Unio Tuma. When they are Unio Tum, you don't see it. They have not seen. As the man take the money, put it back, they didn't see with their eyes, so they cannot say remove him. Understand? Okay, let's go to relief 3. Our investigations have also not revealed any facts pointing to any criminal offense committed by the respondent. For that reason, we are unable to refer him to any authority for further investigations. We do not find any merit in recommending him for prosecution by the Attorney General. In effect, we are unable to grant relief 3. But you said he has abused his office. So it's not criminal to abuse office.
Yes.
Okay. Me, I have not even studied. I have not even thought about going to law school yet. So me, I got into.
So what is this about? Partly minor. We agree with you. He has abused his office.
Yes.
However,
now let's go to observations. Which is very interesting part. They say, however, we found supra. We are constrained to observe that the conduct of the respondent, that's Paul Adomochiri, in requesting for invoices and his appearance in the media in respect of matters involving the Ghana Airport Company Limited, of which he is the board chairman, does not augur well for good corporate governance. We recommend that the respondent should restrain himself from interfering in the work of management and restrict himself purely to his prescribed functions as board chairman. And in addition to this, the Ghana Airport Company Limited has over the years considered rental of Christmas trees as being outside procurement flowing from the evidence of officials of the company that appeared before the commission. For that reason, management has not been applying the provision of Act 663 as amended. We think that this is an anomaly and ought to cease henceforth. So you have sinned. You have sinned. You have broken the law, but you go sin no more. Don't do it again. This time when you go to do rental, follow the law. Since 2018, you have not been following the law.
So hold on. Until Obi go against our laws, sir, the person should not be punished. But what we do is that we just part the person, go and sin no more.
They say it's not him, it is the company. But the company, nobody takes responsibility for the company's decisions. Meanwhile, some people went to jail for causing financial loss to the state.
Okay, let's go.
And you are telling me that the Ghana Airport Company Limited has breached the law. And you know the liability for breaching the procurement law? The public procurement law.
Tell me.
1,000 penalty units or 5 years imprisonment or both. That's the penalty for breaching the public procurement law. We have noted that the failure to define procurement under the Act may have accounted for this, and we recommend that the Public Procurement Authority should take steps to have Act 663 further amended to define procurement as pertaining in other countries with similar legislation. You see, I find a lot of contradictions in the report because they are claiming that they think that the Act, they didn't make it so clear. That's why. Meanwhile, I can show you another part of the report where they say that the splitting of the amount into two for the two different companies was they agree with me that was an attempt to go around the Public Procurement Act, because don't forget that the law says that if any purchase public procurement is up to 100,000 Ghana cedis, it must go through the tender process.
Yes.
So 128,000 Ghana cedis, if they give to one company, it's more than 100.
Yes.
They know that they'll breach the law.
Yes.
So they decided that let's
to break it into two.
And CHRAJ agree with me that was a way to go around the thing. So these same people who claim that it's not procurement, they don't have to go do procurement because they are renting. They were doing things to avoid breaking the procurement law.
Yeah.
These same people.
Yeah.
So these are the observations. But now look at the decision. Accordingly, the commission decides as follows: that the Ghana Airport Company Limited should henceforth apply the
where decision.
That's the last page.
The last page.
Yes.
Hold on for me. Decision.
50.
Yeah. Row.
50.
Decision.
52, 53.
Okay, so let's go.
So the Ghana Airport Company Limited should henceforth apply the provisions of the Public Procurement Act.
That is point 1 under decision.
That's right. That henceforth.
Okay.
Which means this Christmas in 2 months' time, if they have not already rented the Christmas trees in advance, they have to make sure that it passes through the tender process.
Okay. So point 1.
Point 1.
The GACL should henceforth.
That's right.
Apply the provisions
of the Public
Procurement Act 2003 Act 663 as amended in the renting of Christmas inspirations and all renting situations it may engage in.
That's right. Henceforth. That means from now onwards. How for the past tense? The past tense. The one they chop already, no problem. Very good. Then they say what? The respondent, that's Paul Adomochre, should desist henceforth. Desist. I like that word they use. Desist. Henceforth. From commenting on procurement issues. But if the man is involved in procurement, why would he comment? If the board chairman is involved in procurement, who else can go and comment about something that he is involved in?
No, it's a good. Already point 2 now. I see something. Now hold on. The respondent should desist henceforth from commenting on procurement issues in the GACL in the media.
Yes.
Either in his personal capacity or as board chairman, so long as he remains on the board of the GACL. That's right. Now in this situation, they are giving him even some kind of protection. That so say media
no, but that one because
yes.
because there's a PR department at the Ghana Airport Company. But they are not a PRO.
But Paul Adumochi SRP TBA. That will be a give me you can ask me.
He doesn't need to come and answer.
Exactly.
And that the respondent should desist from interfering in the day-to-day administration of the Ghana Airport Company Limited and leave same to management. And then the final one, the Public Procurement Authority, PPA, should take steps to cause the amendment of Act 663 to clearly include an interpretation of the terminology procurement. Interpretation. Okay.
Heap.
Now, clearly, CHRAJ has said that the man has abused his office. He has abused his office. He has said that.
You have a copy of the report. Yeah, you have a copy. You have a copy. Chama, you have a copy. No. Okay, so let me.
So now clearly, CHRAJ said that the Ghana Airport Company Limited, under the leadership of Paul Adomotire, they have broken the procurement law. But that Paul Adomotire, because I was asking for the relief on Paul Adomotire, not on the Ghana Airport Company. So they are saying they cannot grant my relief to surcharge him or to recommend him for prosecution because he is not the one who broke the law. It is the company. So it means after the company can break the law, company don't have to answer. So you agree that the company has broken the law, but company don't have to answer. And this is after the company and Paul Adomotire has gone to CHRAJ to go and tell them to come educate CHRAJ on procurement. And CHRAJ turn around and say, you don't know the meaning of procurement. The rental is procurement. You cannot rent with public money without going through the process. And even if somebody makes a sponsorship, if somebody sponsors the Christmas trees, like Paul's claim that some company sponsored 50,000 or how much thousand, 500,000, whatever, that sponsorship money belongs to the public because the money has been donated to the company, and the company is public company. It's owned by the people of Ghana. So if you decide that you are going to donate something for Accra FM, if you donate to Accra FM, that money becomes money for Accra FM.
Yeah,
correct. So you cannot not say because somebody donated, because Accra FM didn't go to accountant to go and remove the money from their bank account, then you cannot account for it. That's what they're saying. But CHRAJ said you cannot do that.
Okay, so recently, Citizen Show decided say a year flood victims no. Yes, you be
yes.
Enti receive funds kakra. Then Bobie Ansah and Ansah me producer Kwame Kwache be sorry one day. In the process, how can you work in Accra FM and you use your personal number? Now Bobie Ansah using a personal number. Say more send donations ni na mo friendship me Bobie Ansah.
That's right.
Me bawo.
Yes.
Ose
ebisi odomi Kwabena.
Bobie Ansah say esi Ansah me Bobie.
Yes.
Ena me ye fundraising into no.
Yes.
The obi ade baby on friends me phone so.
That's right.
Meanwhile, obi na ebie na adwuma ena me ye bi.
Yes.
And we have a station number. A official number.
Yes.
And Ubisa Bobie also say me na me personal fundraising tino.
Yes.
I mean it's not right.
In which country would you have a board chairman? Getting involved in procurement to the extent that invoices are written in the name of the board chairman, and CHRAJ says, "Oh, the man yes abium,
bonimum,
but man yes abium, bonimum, man yes abium." In so I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but to me, I say, untiaka, and I mango,
we fan channel,
and this is no Paul Adomotire, nante abonting. Now I say, oh, you clear me. You see my boni bia. After all, you see they will not prosecute me or make me pay. My boni bia.
No, but let me ask you this. Well, I don't know whether we're seeking legal advice or not. In the future, can you push this same case for Adomotire's prosecution?
I don't know. I've not spoken to lawyers, but I've spoken to a couple of lawyers, friend lawyers, who said that they are really disappointed that they did not actually recommend his prosecution.
But why Musam, whether in the future when they are out of power?
I've not gone to that yet, because if you say the man has abused his office, that alone is an indictment. He has abused,
and that
office.
One never clear.
It's a crime to abuse the office. Public officer abuse the office. It's a crime, and yet you say, "Uncle, money yes abuse." That's what they say. He should desist from interfering, because the abuse of office comes from his interference in the management process.
I see.
That's the abuse of office. The interfering in the procurement process, getting involved, getting his name on invoices, speaking on behalf of the company, turning himself into a PRO, board chairman, PRO. That is the abuse of office.
All right. Sakut Amenga, Itigo, thank you so much. Live on Accra, 100.5. A freelance journalist, a writer, a traveler, the Unchained. Amenga Itigo, a soldier. All right, so that's it. Now, mame, yes, I deal way quick. Mamenya Sadi way sia. Star 413 hash CMG Sika Achadie. Star 413 hash CMG Sika Achadie. Hello?
Yeah.
Afa. Edem.
But for the phone.
For the form. Maybe I just. Your friend will say.
Your friend Caesar.
Who are you for Caesar?
No, I'm a summer.
Now, which I say?
Mr. 10 CDO.
Hey, and what do you say?
500 Edem.
Oh,
Adiana, true.
Edem.
You can't wait that time now, make you.
Hey, and what I. All right, congrats. All right, so that's it. Live at 100.5. But the next 1 hour, Messi bombing next 3-4 winners. Ramuntemwa now farmer. Well, Ramuntemwa now complaining. Star 413 hash. CMG scratch there. Mikael say Friday. You know so mega. Ba. Den. Mundo Akwaba. Okay, so Unto a journalist and works with Original TV. Young Camera, Original TV, and a host of a political talk show on Original TV. Nana Akwaba. Okay, so Nana Poku, so a freelance journalist working with a intro 61.2 FM.
I take a strong exception. I mean,
Me Soliano Paya. A month for intro FM headquarters. No, I'm saying wale. I'm saying now, and I'm saying down a number. Yes, and I'm called Chimun to almost say 61.2. 61.2 FM.
Straight dial. Keep your dials right.
Yes, one more boy. The whole was in Kelengua. Anyway, so back to you, Unto. What follow your brother Sakut and what follow and interviews or fire. Then what follow the angles are some of the media guys take here. And I know that definitely with you try to understand the report to Munyama, but though won't reading in Akrana, I'll pick some few things. Your thoughts?
Over the dinka ba menchia etie for near her for. Na me say na otwimi enu mu ni me ma.
Yes, so cultural exams.
Na me na me electoral commissioner of school na me organize SRC election.
Why no win here?
Your friend Prosper. But what I know is say over school mu wa ye nye active partisan politics or school name run makwan.
Okay.
But behind the scene we have the TESCON and we have the TAIN for NDC and the TESCON for MPP.
Okay.
And here file, and so be am file individual, not
in the TAIN for the Twaba.
And so movie,
in the TAIN for the Twaba.
Next school, the mention say.
Oh, okay, like
yes, school in partisan politics.
Okay, but more.
By your TESCON MPP for.
Yeah.
And they were 10 NDC for.
Okay.
Omoko file we no. Am the buy no. I feel the we are so more groupie 10 for namfa and a test for namfa. At the end of the day, portfolio I told Swabani 7. 10 for we need from presidency to women commissioner. Test for no Ankoye Amfa Mom. Test NPP. Yeah. Yeah, we show the best. And I feel the we and Monday na me free producer catch and say there.
Anyway, let's deal with Sakut issue.
Nana, enema bebre si e wo sa aban mu. Na me ka say Nana do amamuwe no. Obi ka say e kef e the Organized democracy. Kef, actually say we got cough. Cough your book cough. Yeah, e Organized democracy. Yes, enema bebre na nye normal under previous administration. First time, Supreme Court, etimi ruli, eka se kwanya Akufo-Addo fa so. Ehwian dom level, asia kunya, eye unconstitutional. And so president no, ya anya ne hwe. Justice na Ghana force pe this civil society groups omo call Supreme Court to seek interpretation no was seeking on behalf of dom level no and serving any purpose. because time was Supreme Court in the ruling by after 3 years. Your court, Omuko court 2020. 3 years later, Ansah the Supreme Court in the ruling by and serving any purpose. So justice delayed, justice denied. In this case, John F. Kennedy said, justice delayed, democracy denied. You don't know to change. A quiet Kufuado in a buying course so called parliament. A fast a restriction bill in the buy, at the bay for say a year lockdown. And also see a court, a key interpretation, the president to whom quan no so 3 years later, Supreme Court ruling in by or say unconstitutional. Already no. The unconstitutional acts now committed by the president and the government, Supreme Court to anfa any shebia mase maybe an amona president too, Yan reverted debate me reverted the consequence because of that, ya jail as for. Because of that, ya fine for. Because of that, they killed innocent Ghanaian. They killed one a year Ofushu at a year a shaman. State Yanya but Supreme Court say even that law power near the president unconstitutional, meaning president your lawless president or acting unconstitutional are resulting to innocent Ghanaians in prison to the extent that some Ghanaians have even lost their lives. But Supreme Court rule on the buy and say any good to these people. Nipa na yekuno no e wom say yentimi nkonwane na made, but the family deserve justice. The Ghana Armed Forces order me yekuno no. The family deserve justice by compensating them. So ni background Nigeria or we busunya, we na busunya for na koto adaka siye. Until we have to compensate all those people. Sa software na nkrofo e chom kugu afiase nyina bi da so gu afiase no. Sa nkrofo nya osi efiri omu nyina. O se sa compensate omu nyina because the president act near out of your unconstitutionality. I just say nimrem nanso jama ne koye. Ebia say CHRAJ report in Yinan say, Poladomoch will abuse your office. Every abuse is against the law. Abuse in any sense and in any form is against the law. Why abuse your office as a board chairman? Nemum for way and dear menko yebim. Ghana Constitution and I said law if I also be committed crime one. You catch and say, oh yeah, I'm part committed crime back. Go and sin no more. Bonnie be a war Ghana man will be actually now searching was here deba. But in this case, CHRAJ say yes. Why interfere? Why busy your office as a board chairman? Nanso so call na many the name Ghana Airport Company. Mo making sure say air economy na mo be ni say CHRAJ for na chere Ghana Airport Company. Law of procurement. Law of procurement no so da ho pefe. There was say to me the abeto Poladomoch so dey why interfere we dey not to nchen or no say adwuma as a PRO at the moment December won year no. It's not the first time. Okokoko board. Hackman Owusu ebe ye board chairman Emma Kuku board. Oko create on one kasa no office. Nankedim say board chairman there. Mo mu shia bi a once in a month, ebi sometimes 3 months kwada mu shia e. Mo be meeting boardroom, mu wi ada mu come baby. But no ne de okobie no office wo ho. Anopa no nwotwe said adwumafo ko adwuma no susu dim. Hackman Owusu Adjiman. Okoko board.
So which means the whole committee I say acquire general practice.
General practice. Because they want to be part said they be every day. Oh yes, nasa ne papa ni adwempam kra nkanya bone. Senkana ni humu ana wa hwe ma de achiatene nkanya bone. In any case, Hackman Owusu Adjiman kwatena ho for years or kwatena in office out or every day or kwa adwuma 8. No kwado apon adwo 9 ni akire no. Cocoa board a state to say Cocoa board aboka ama ene Cocoa board air syndicated loan just $400 million. Cocoa board is romunya ama ene afi buyers no mo na momso no mo sro mo la surala 400 million no omunya from the syndicated no lo omunya entoma resources to the individual buyers no mo appeal omanya only 50%, which is 200 million. And omany cotton fertilizer omany cotton seedlings and na cocoa akuafo cocoa mate ne de kwa kotuaka cocoa board okotena ho day to day running activities ekoso nyina no. That's the state of cocoa board. And Ghana Airport Company eka ho asem no. Omo ankasa internal generated fund o. Ana mahama bandi omo no mkwaje bosia no mudi tuetua no mudi akwakosi ho airport, brand new airport esi wono no. And Apollo Motre.
Anytime na 3.
Yes, anytime na 3. And Apollo Motre as a board chairman Edema Ghana Airport Company Limited. Apart from project Mahama government eshase omo nwia awo aviation sector omo free hono no dear project under Ghana Airport Company Limited and Apollo Motre omo atimi kra initiate Kumasi Airport enye na esi wa anwene ne se no phase 2 no na no afede matisa jakwoto say na muni mukasa sa na Kumasi Airport na msi wo hu jimi a se bi owa jimie won wu jimi a wa jimie
omukra dem se won to me promotion
na election our candidate a we ne dey
everything Kumasi Airport is Jomama
na make no afede jakwo remind am say entisa mo betimi akasa sa na asante ma mo kasa ma mpuntuo ma no
the wa jimi no ade to no
wa jimi no te wo ho ene all the sectors sa aviation before Poladomochi becoming a year board chairman. Jifa Ativo as a transport minister and deputy a year Just Mutari Bawa. Terminal 3 no na a part. Say Ghana Airways a guya no mampeni ku 4 person. Yes, be revive anke di new flight plane air beba. Until now when she shenu mukura say ka 2017 a yadi a year ba be launche. Nanka Ghana ye Airways no a ye national career na egu no na asa babiem na ewe eno susu ya mutu enti Polado Motre ni record a odi abanie ni tie because wanya CHRAJ foso wadi bone de eno so ye ni nyina so bia e betimi agina so ni atimi prosecute enti wo de ekonemum konemen konko yen samfum so ni biom na ebisa say either say after this no obi betimi asa ago ahead mi nche dan nimra ne de ba me de matete ene say CHRAJ for no so ewo power eti say commission president has set it up so me your investigation no mo do mo findings ba you cannot go back and then investigate unless say bia wakwa konya new evidence bi aba you cannot do that because
the prosecution can at any time be done. Crimes don't expire
and until say wakwa konya another evidence bia o de sa o petition we kono bia adanse bi wo ho a wa hu by ne wakwa ko hu sa adanse no nothing stops the government from prosecuting
bampacho boame kakra on say yemfa say portions here omo ka say yes he has abused his office however omo recommended for his prosecution
very good
in the future
enti eho no na tokro ne da no unza bo akusie otunu bon wa amokua no abuto he atu baby
in the future
and so was abuse and yenko we tie musa CHRAJ say e de ne de no ye constitute that abuse because every abuse behind is against the law says against the law there was say mra no so ye na juma pepepe and maybe in future somebody may also want to find out from the CHRAJ so we report now the ban say Polado Motre as a board chairman we abusing power we abusing office so you want to know the abuse
no it's there
so what the other we go by that
okay
we go by that and nana and it's not the first thing most of the state institutions nana and amaka no report from the beba no it won't serve any good it won't serve any interest when you be abuse you Supreme Court will give the ruling it won't serve any purpose
but onto unim de ya me there was Sakut steps we are taking at least Sakut for once open late be ama Ghana for you because acquired say propaganda
nana unim
but now it's established that look Paul Adom led administration our GACL
abusing office
they did this they did that they did and a year wrong a year criminal
abuse
the only thing is that maybe because their party is in government and when you know Fedi but now it's established across the world that nothing can wipe it off.
That is it. Nana, that's the record. Who say, "In Pimpi, wo hono mwayes will be a petition CHRAJ against this guy for a BT say Ken Ofriata." There has been several party activists our petition. Now petition but won't report no. You know what happened? Sometimes I'm petition we are after few months, no more fight, no more negotiation. No more return want to but we what pursue to the end. I'm a Ghana for say maybe Ghana for maybe a airport company. No, what's that at a point? Papa no anon wire board a MD no. So we in
yes,
because of all I do much.
And let me tell you, Sakut really paid for.
Yes,
Sakut really paid for this
everything.
With his life. And for whatever reason, Sakut akọ pick a story. No follow another story. Obi anhu de beye. In fact, omudi kai che Mensa Thompson. Yegusu a ya hwehwe Mensa Thompson. Ya ye nyina and Mensa Thompson search no. Na yehunu police station kro. Sales crom de nakoto. Enti na Sakut kai ho ne ye hwehwe. Ni 2 days enomo ebefa omu ejeli bene. Ohene bene. Ni 3rd day enomo be peke me anajo. Edebe koye. Ti mimi ko shia Mensa Thompson wo court. Enem hu say omo abon handcuff de neba. Eno be join me. Ye yi me ni 4 days. Na me ne listo eko muntie XYZ Power FM. Ye jirani mo eno bibu send message say what is Sakutun kanam si there bi. Eno si 2 days no mu hu no. Ena ye nyina ye hyase say ye biebie ye antennas mu to know where he is. Say na oma ache Sakut. Oma che no. Edna ko she BNI. Sakut twa 2 weeks. 6 days, right? Let's say 1 week. Ewo BNI. And the man no bail. So you come no na che say
the bail no they rearrested me. After they court decided to free me.
Yeah, you should man
you know when they put me in the illegally without any charge, nothing. Then I went to court where I met you.
Yes.
To court. Then the judge said, "Free, go. I will not charge for contempt. Go." Then they refused to let me go.
Yes.
There was a siege in the court.
Yes.
I had to stay in the court room for an hour or more with lawyers. You were there.
Yes.
Then they took me back again.
Yeah.
Because and one of the agents told my lawyer that if you want to say on him never be they think they see from my foot up no on him never be I'll be stubborn. And they say they should, but under any circumstances, they should let me go. Now was actually.
So which means phone was still on.
My 2 phones are still with the BNI. 2 years now. And when they were leaving me, they told me that we are watching you in the arena. We know what we have been doing in the arena. We are watching you in the arena. Right. You know, I always say I'm man in the arena.
Yeah.
They told me that we know what you are doing in the arena. We are watching you.
Right.
Anyway,
Nana, threatening innocent Ghanaians.
So. You heard your brother, Amenga.
The Dika, my man, and chetty for ne. I don't for ne a time for Mutie. Say, and will be friend, say, you are loud and clear in so many years at the Julobi house, Akrofoni field. So I want to use this opportunity to say hello to all the useless fools whose ears are audible to our wise counsels. Take this wise counsel and change from your stupidity. And more brapa, we are the pie, bebo dimpa. Not munya Jimmy. Why? You blow me for a chamunina. Abrana Minchia, Minuanuma. In fact, you were also loud when I was coming. Traffic, you were very loud.
Sure.
So, maybe. Text now by maybe na or we me sana eja me really call down or say Bobie and catch up and he said one catch you.
Okay.
It was also in the traffic. So
yeah.
I almost catch you. And I'm so what cheap.
Anyway.
I want us to discuss what the issues really are from the one mete story no about Podmoche. So what he describes as Christmas inspirations. I don't know what could have inspired us more than economy. Rather, omo find a way to buy Christmas tree and a light and then your call a year Ghana Airport Company and omo environs. Say omo they beautify ho for people to take inspiration from the beautification to at least remember say Christmas has come to remember. But Kwabena share no na ne komodie mu no sika ose omode ekoye sa adwumadie no was in excess of 150,000 or so, and amount for say Ghana is kind of echo show say until one kasa on January 7, 2022 came explaining himself. Chair say total expenditure no cry is lower than that of 2016 there, but he couldn't present any facts, even though he was just your friend is saying a blank statement.
Yeah.
And actually, one was have a the TV so with your friend is saying good evening Ghana no sa touch screen analysis no. It became a public derision because and some of no didn't make sense. The bottom line is what a Christmas tree and what Tony saying me Tony say did you go through the procurement process? No. And so what was the then Kora ebeye dede wo Ghana ha I didn't even know say minua sakut at the Assembly CHRAJ until after a while. And ebeye news to say sakut did not call CHRAJ. And that time no na omo friend na o man nyina no sakut I think you came to the studio some time ago and mentioned say Paul should go and answer to his crime. Yes. And Sabrenom say CHRAJ found a way to subpoena him no by. Now Kwabena,
yeah,
main kind report no in we I have just begun. But some me share reliefs no na me share minutes na especially omwan kasa trona Whittle must learn to know say he's writing his CV with his work. Nyansa bi anim. Because say offer report na for example, I'm not able to read from my phone, but baby,
okay, open observations or decisions.
Decisions no from.
Last cry.
Okay.
Okay, you know between
decisions no. Yes. Share. I say accordingly, the commission decides as follows: that the Ghana Airport Company should henceforth apply the provisions of Public Procurement Act. Say, ukasa same way. It means they hitherto no did not.
Of course, they've said it.
Which is illegal. So what are you saying?
They said since 2018, they've not.
What was it? So you said the Ghana Airport Company Limited should henceforth apply the provisions of the Public Procurement Act 2003 Act 663 as amended in the renting of Christmas inspiration and all renting situations it may engage in. It means say who rent and as rental, you still must abide by the laws of the Procurement Act. This is what you mean. And here now obi on then na kwabena bi di obi atemu a, because it is an insulting tendency. Say a public institution a enya wo dia, enya wo papa dia, without enya wo papa fuo na obi akọ wiemu boode. Eye Ghana fo sika, ena kwase agimi fo bi a wonim nyansa. Jimmy Phobia or TV so. Who now say I would Martin Pebu abetre TV so. Say Martin Pebu si wano atro book. Now no Martin akokota kakase ne fellow lawyer na ne learned lawyer na or tro on in waba court to say on in the year book no. That lawyer does not have the capacity to write such a book. It would never TV so say he is arrogant. Look at how arrogant. Or try to make it look as if say because why ono kronfo sa edweso kronfo tutubotom ni Jimmy for sa no ono ena mimi nyansani we obi a wo law school wa bon say unko law school, but look at how you are espousing the law. Law a common sense. Oh, what Jimmy straight Jimmy ni bien obetima pass law exams. I'm telling you, a common sense. What Jimmy and is by birth. The papa man now the most fool. I'm telling you. So nimni papa major.
Why are you doing
Why would I do that to him? If such a fool discusses people on the radio and TV.
Why are you doing this to Paul?
Why won't I do that to him? O papa ni nyansa no Jimmy say ya. Who papa ni ma say. Sada major no Jimmy say. O papa no Jimmy say. O papa no Jimmy say. Eh no munim say yes I will go abusu ani ma say. Adwusofo and I will go many months. It will be free mampon kwase awo mampon. I don't know person adwoso de kwase akom adwoso. Anakwa mo. Oh. Wo nam we. And then the chance say popularity no is under fame. Popularity has only two branches under it. It's either you are famous or infamous. You are infamous. You are a walking infamous being, a thief, a public thief. Someone who is appropriating public resources as private. You are a thief. When you public funds are you poor, Braben now bet me abo. Braben.
But you know, Paul is a brother.
Why a brother and your brother Jimmy? I catch us with Jimmy way. Why must you be proud to have such a fool as a brother? Would you just say, "Kwasi afon kwana yomi ana uofa." Kwasi bi na baby aro akofa na me wofa o, na me wofa o. Na we Paul we so we must you be proud of such a fool. Look at how he rendered himself useless. What must I say? This is a boy that is working in the streets of Accra, calling himself lawyer when he has failed the law school exams. He couldn't even pass. At some point, Okocha tried to a clerk so say or no natural law exams man in a new guase poto. He came apologizing. He's always a liar. He's a working lying tool.
Yesterday, he's telling the
that is how he has always behaved.
He's telling the radio station.
Mind you, he worked with CTFM. And I wasn't surprised what CTFM put out. I wasn't surprised at all because that is where he began his lying, your friend is saying, occupation from. And so you would have to agree, sir. Sometimes you see, and I must be very candid, sir. That notwithstanding, share the work that was done by CHRAJ, and in the portions that your brother, who has now begun to explain your tire, even though I like him, I like Umaru so much.
Yes.
I'm one of his, secret admirers. I don't know if he has now got to know that I love him, but you see, he was obliged to. Because you see, the work that was done is a shady work.
Yes.
Very, it's limping. So you can tell a story of how they can pick and choose. Cherry picking. Cherry picking.
ano the message man say free Bobie na ka kire say
no, I'm talking to him.
How many pan on
Thank you. Thank you. No, but you see,
pick and choose.
Hold on. At another point, I disagree with that message. You know, any pandemano.
Say,
say, from my phone, you know, 80. And sometimes, obu show no. My mama take example. Mpacho, obe frefro. Me was FM. Na second kruma nye my friend. Not knowing say me free kumas ba FM na. Otie me pa. That time crowd na me ka deep tree pa. And until the American say
Kruwa Bonsia
until the American say
Toro.
But now or the fire, you know, that comes with the show no.
On only a message you can think about food. On a message in the man. I don't know who say message in the man about whom. I know by no abeka.
Na me son kranti me
pese me. I know by no abeka. And to abeka dia who believe. Auntie no so go by that.
And you was yes you are.
Enti Kwabena say wo hwe even number 2 now say the respondent should desist henceforth from commenting on procurement issues in the Ghana Airport Company Limited in the media, either in his personal capacity or as board chairman, so long as he remains on the board of the Ghana Airport Company. Wait out. There are people who sometimes become so it's without trying to tell me say oh yeah Juma wo said then oh yeah then wait no. So this advice no I can want to crank. So desisting from a 2-person catcher say you are telling him to not be accountable to society. That is what CHRAJ has written on.
No, what they are saying is that there is a PR organ of the organization. It's not a PRO. As much as
no. So no PR. The board chair is accountable to the public. If say our PR section not on usefulness or no if you say so you want to mean say board chairman or board chairpersons.
They don't speak on behalf of the company. It's a management function.
So you know, they are trying to tell Paul say a man in Kasebim. They be our own keep secret.
You see?
So this one
you see?
They give him chance.
No, that's what they are saying.
Yeah. Yes.
What am I saying?
Me care on I don't know.
That's what they are saying. And point number 3. The respondent should desist from interfering in the day-to-day administration of the Ghana Airport Company Limited and leave same to management. Now, it tells you, say, he has now committed a crime. Which crime? And what say your trainer?
It's abuse of office.
And you know, so we can say we no, ultimate prosecutor, and I say ultimate recommended for prosecution. Yes, what the CHRAJ no, India. Okay.
All right. So lawyer Martin Pebu, a private legal practitioner, and yeah, person seeking opinion on this report. Counsel Akwaba.
Yeah.
Pacho Boko there.
Yeah. Nyamina dumo Boko.
That's the counsel. Counsel, quick one. Pacho, when a CHRAJ report on Yenya Poladomotri and Ghana Airport Company Limited dealings. I'm a report when you be what can be it will say your opinion.
Well, so yes, when who report say at the time in a rush, you may not get all the points. But at least kakra me hunu from page 49 onwards. And okrana mubobo hunu. Who say yeah indicted no. Should I say once they say he interfered in the procurement process, it's a breach. And about him and the na Okako interfere in the procurement process. That's one. Then 2, Obaka say he shouldn't comment about the procurement processes again on air. Yes, that's also a breach. I mean, so like it's an indictment. Inti Oshe Eina Well, even though CHRAJ stopped short of, giving him very deterrent sanctions, no. Well, in a way, at least now you have this on his record. Say, these are the things he did. Board chairman Oko interfere in day-to-day business of the organization. Board chairman, you breach the procurement law. By interfering. So this will go against him. And so perhaps half a loaf is better than none. Of course, it's not late for citizens to say, citizens, a man for Becca say, Omo CHRAJ announces say some of these things Omo share because they say so far no CHRAJ recommendations maybe basa Omo mild recommendations. Okay, easy. Jin Mensa obu mraso one year, one file one declare an assets listen, what do you call it, according to law no say CHRAJ buano for but man twena so bia nti what they say me can one night say CHRAJ a bit mild. It's not good.
But lawyer say CHRAJ ma what did the decision ba on issues like this? Na obo say individual be institution be ya found individual na institution no culpable. Nanso so yes nipa no onya asotwe bia me pacho sadia no emramu no ya ne dai.
Good. Inti na America say inti CHRAJ na e wo se ye come anan so emo mu hu said they be sa ni me ya doso. Sa de no say they don't bring any punitive ye ntwe o maso yie no. Eya doso won se me kan Jin Mensa asem no. E ba ne sa na mo de che no omo ntimi anka se ene onhwere bosume ba kokura ketua something. We expected say as for say yen ne didie na eno de be to say it's too much. But anka bibi to say ene madam one declare assets ye twa aso say wo be hwere bosume ba ko aketua. Something like that. It's for us citizens to call on CHRAJ because Osha law now, Article 287 now. I see Nipa book constitution no so now. CHRAJ has a discretion to determine the punishment, the sanctions. To me bebrebe and I make say in things like this no menka say yenkokasi ye nipa nedi to say Jin Mensa de no menka say yenkasi ye nedi o mu say Charlotte say de ono obu mraso kakra procurement breaches ye nedi but we all want better governance. If it's failure to declare now, we shouldn't say immediately say even though right now there will be a new law. They one declare you be but currently there no yet law so far. CHRAJ has a lot of power. Article 287 so let me see if I find the constitution. So point in the say constitution amount to me be brain and I'm a kind something like this is too much. But something like any waketua de no me can say at least we have another law bia and the Public Financial Management Act no.
Okay.
Public Financial Management Act there are sections there say obi bu mraso sana yetimi emane forfeiting aketua for bosume kakra. Yes, it's in the Public Financial Management Act, any regulations, no. So that's what I expected that CHRAJ should be able to do. Into Yanko Article 287. 287 clause 2. It says that the Commissioner for Human Rights and Administrative Justice or the Chief Justice, as the case may be, may take such action as he considers appropriate in respect of the results of the investigation or the admission. May take such action as he considers appropriate in respect of the results of the investigation or the admission. Commissioner Whittal or say the sanctions no shemukina kakra because I say as appropriate into be able backward akichia pair. And they say it's not much. But now we gonna we boomra so men yes next time. We fala sano. Inti Bobie ebia yentro commissioner Wita also the nice man. Say o me who say I mean yemani who say ne asotwe na ho no de on time nyade wo ho o shemukina because the constitution says as appropriate. Inti even including say obeka say ye nipa ne di. Yes, but yeah, I say okay, at this stage, your fee say it's too much to say that. But obesho wa ketua, busumi bako, busumi miensa, and other forms of punishment.
Yeah.
Constitution mark wine, and I can be what public this Public Financial Management Act. Now,
maybe cancer answer na bekono almost say yenua Paul are abusing the office. Yeah, say Omaimu say Obi abusing the officer. It borders on criminality, right? Okay. Say sir that be Obi bet me a fasa report we na wako back to this matter and now any government can pick this report and prosecute Paul Adomotre.
The answer is your final answer. He can be prosecuted. But the way question now, let's separate it this way. Final answer is that he can be prosecuted. But this is what you do, not only based on this report, but on the investigations. You are not tied to only this report. Until you say, this report, you know any other information will be because on one side now, yes. So that's the answer. He can be prosecuted. Simple. Once there is evidence, he can be prosecuted because now at section 179C of the Constitution, of the Act 29. So don't abuse your office for private gain. You abuse your office now.
So in this case, in the petitioner currently, obey me, I'll go further so or call a year OSP.
Excellent. Yes, obey me, I'll call. And that would even be good. Because once CHRAJ is saying interference is near, the OSP so they act or to me section 79 or so. Yes, or to me say procurement offenses. Any abuse of office will be part of corruption.
Okay.
Procurement offenses and abuse
of office.
I know corruption side. Okay.
Okay, Council, area that's baby.
Okay.
All right, so that's it. So you heard Council Martin.
Yeah, I think I'm very well satisfied. He has got a lot of prowess. I tap into it, and I'm inspired with the kind of comments he has passed. Now, unim kwara, wita, senior, why a very shoddy job no. Acquired to say, obi the intakre nunu na sum, ewo Jubilee House because say watchman nim guasia if he runs when big guasi because watchman de ko wi aba ma fie ranya bidie. Enti akwa ni nya asem a no de continent TV so de ne walkie talkie echi miemia afidie funuma e de prapra ye ho se eno so eze no mo se woye sa na nemre wafo ne ka se TV ne kura se what just say enti no Paul nim guase a akufo do de na chese nim guase mo enti no wo de takra nunu weta asum I agree with him say I was say Sakut we call me or Sakut I want to find out, are you satisfied?
No, I'm definitely not entirely satisfied. I've always been saying that since yesterday that I've been granting all these interviews. I've said that it's a mixed feeling. It's like CHRAJ is a backing dog that has backed so well throughout the whole report, but when it got to the point where it has to bite, then it held back. When it comes to decisions and recommendations, that's the biting time. But the whole, if you read the whole thing, you see that they backing, abuse of office, breach of the law, this, that. Then they now come to punishment, you say, go and say no more. So I have been saying it on radio that I'm inviting the special prosecutor, his agents who are listening. Because when it happened to the minister of, what is it?
Cecilia
Dapa, the minister of, former minister of sanitation, her mother came up. Nobody petitioned the special prosecutor, but he went after her. So I've been saying it, but I think now I will actually go further to take this report and write another petition to the special prosecutor to investigate the matter further. Because I believe that if they investigate further, they will get more evidence. Because even in the report, they say that Paul himself said the amount spent was 118,000 Ghana cedis. But CHRAJ investigation revealed it was 128,000 Ghana cedis. So if
really,
that is in the report. So if the board chairman didn't even know the correct amount, that he now went and said on TV that it is 118,000, and CHRAJ investigated and realized that it was actually 128,000. How come that the man himself got the figures wrong?
10,000 shortage.
That means that some Gululu, but always there's Gululu. How come that he doesn't know how much exactly it was? Why did he mention the thing short of what CHRAJ has found out? So it is there.
So you follow up on the advice of lawyer Martin Pegu.
In fact, it has strengthened. I already have been saying this on radio yesterday that the special prosecutor should take it up from here. But if he doesn't, now that the lawyer has said this, he has even fueled my passion, because now I know clearly that the special prosecutor, it is really within his mandate. So I thank lawyer Kwebu for Kwebu.
Yeah.
Lawyer Kwebu. Martin. Let me just say Martin. Martin, I also admire Martin a lot because he's a very strong public defender and public intellectual, and I've been following him a lot, so I really admire him, and I'm happy that he has put this input, and I'm going to. People have been asking me, what is your next step? What is your next step? This is my next step. Special prosecutor, here I come.
All right, back to you.
So Kwabena, I think say me so much enthused say obeko special prosecutor ho na wakwaboa na
Jose
amane
azo bakwanto
enya picture enti many age say obeko na unim Kwabena entro a asem ne ba ya na Paul edie baako unim say as at the time now why is so interested to want to steal money with the very ill tendencies, no? Ghana Airport Company workers car.
No person for stealing money. I know.
No, it's only a thief that will go and it's only a thief that will be inspired to choose inspiration over payment of workers.
That's right.
Okay. It's only a thief. We work now on any age money in Pianica. One man inspiration. Oh, coffee, Kwabena. As at the time, Omukodi Brunyano, ni and Chiomoka.
I see.
Ni and Chiomoka. You can call any record of Ghana Airport Company. I'm cocksure. I have so many friends there. I've been using the airport for how many years now? Right. I have so many friends there. Even as I can even talk about what is happening in their meetings today. I have friends there. More than he has friends. In fact, what he tells people, I get to know every day. What he has even told somebody yesterday, I know today. I can tell you now. What must I say? And so, some of the things.
Let me just add that in the CHRAJ investigations, and it's because you have not, many of you haven't read the thing in detail. So I'm just giving some of the. You see where the CHRAJ said that he should stop meddling in the day-to-day. CHRAJ found this out when they spoke to management of the Ghana Airport Company. They spoke to managers, former managers. So they also revealed that the guy has been meddling. It's not my petition that says he has been meddling. Correct. Because CHRAJ and the managers of Ghana Airport Company spoke. They interviewed them. I mean, the lawyer of Ghana Airport Company, they interviewed them. And that's how they realized that the man has been doing interfering.
Kwabena, me say he is even at loggerheads with. And the pomposity. Because what you say, we are yao. I say, onim president, onim Gabi, onim Futa. Onim say this same boy. Po adu watch the way. One wakwa fa your friend is say Femi. Bedi atuo yire no. Edna ko CIP.
You see Paul yeah me hum
are you trying to tell me you are a thief?
No.
Show me your friend and I'll show you your character. Are you a thief?
Oh.
I'm asking you, are you a thief?
I'm not a thief. I'm not a defender of corruption.
But you're a defender of thieves. This is somebody who is a thief.
Only defender of thief, but the buddies, no.
Oh, so and apart from that, share. Your friend is saying, your friend is saying the way one mismanage the Ghana airport campaign, you know, as a board chair. Now share the way CHRAJ report we no to say wonye enso bibinti wo de mejawa mawako me who say.
So he's been saying on radio that he has been cleared. That's why
yes.
I've been cleared.
I've been cleared. Obia benya report bi akan. Na obia hu anim guase. Na obia hu how vital I'm sure say omo edit takra nu na sumu no. Osuro sedie yo say vital no so anya bema o. Otuma say we jayama enyoma ayeden aka. Any the word procurement I call ya so akwai to say and you see asema your friend is saying sakut echechire mu a okoye okogu ni ho anima say there is someone who always tries to make people feel say onu nko an nima de wonim nyansa utie na utim so wa bon papa oh I know Kase,
but at least Paul is doing well with
program. With what?
I mean, let's
go and read the comments under the program and see how people refer to him as the stupid.
But for people to follow him, meaning he's doing something.
Yes, but why? Don't you know that Bobokala was followed before he died?
Okay.
He was doing something.
President Mahama, the agenda 24/7, bro.
NSA. Because look, this is our job to sit behind the microphone and moderate. I mean, it's not easy.
Obian can say easy, but to steal is easier than to defend thieves. What must I say? Enti on one in some on the 7th January 2022. These are things that cannot appear in this report. And they are damning. They are so serious.
No, they have repeated all what he.
What must I say? And yet, I wouldn't want to further state anything.
Thank you.
Because I mean, it will be as if I'm discussing too much of a fool.
Thank you. Live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. All right, so that's it. We'll talk about Baumia and other matters. So far, I don't think Huntenya and a bite on Baumia. So we'll come back and MPP matters. But another issue hanging and then Ghana Web is that Japan is preparing to break away from the MPP. You know, one issue. JM also starting a tour. The first touch will be next week or next week's Bono. Or better touch or bono first. Now for the or the diakano afem and then one Tuesday for Asia. Fantastic. Me will say be friends Franklin Kujo are tweeted that John Mahama even for starters also the 60. Not more than 60, so we assume 60 ministers and their deputies and a better running a Ghana economy, and they are asking Baumia whether he too can say same. And that's what also they say in a so Yakwaba Yaba, I'm more fire.
Usika seme nkoyiana kwa credit siasia se sika pe ennafom intina yabasa ye be churcha wo yambosia bonhyehyɛ ye ho wutumi babosia edifi aso ye fee 1500 Ghana cedis edeko na ne wo hia ne wo national ID card wo hia sa wo betu susu wo hia awowa ye ngiseke bia nto ho wo nsanso hia se wo ne ye bebue futuo bia quick credit e wo ho ma o se ye dwa na wo pese wudi ana wo pese wo hye ejuma foforo ase ana say your school fees ana po eyeye wo sumi ejuma ye fo nso ye wo bi mamo na mom kai say ye mobosua e wo internet so afen so romantic akrobia batan Bank of Ghana Ansah wo dwumedie yi mu enti tutumri kana freyen wo 0302 200390 ana 0596 920 Quick credits, London made simple. Kai said, "Media yin shishaye kakra wo ho."
Hey! When we send your police in your draw, Imbusaba Mesa Amama Huaden.
Refuse to grow. Any offense will be
and what day immune system or Yankopon, and your ready pediat Musamaya Hubano, and Nasa Wunum Imbusaba Mesa, a peja immune system nabribia. Ya Yarientimu. Sasa dear, a month for the one, Eddie Imbusaba Mesa, Dronua dance yes, and Yarwa who ran Nipa and Nina Etimi Banaso. Any Yarwa Cassian Kaya Wutini D and a hoka. No, Yamwa suing no, a boy who buy every home. And now one pa, one Yarwana Dada, no monum doctor and Rono, and num Imbusaba Mestanoa, and Momo who are deep in tea. Ya womuntim pose, Yaria as your moho. Imbusaba Mesa, a walk Kaisi, and you are may move bia your toe in row. At to 1 0 246 208496 FDA ashisha sa dwedi enkra to imagine to mu say ye
aba samsunyi wo ma batan bra kwa
na wona no regigiu ye
enya hona wo hwe school nsamsam dua wo safi ahona wo fi CHRAJ roko SHS1 wo betne fia chir papa
oh iyantra ti asam dawi St Andrews SHS for say sabo from the results mbampa akonya wo de wo befo wo be wo start SHS1 that waiting result then you that index number baba Next abacha mama wo be international
aha private school
anye St Andrews SHS or your grade A private school and you be able to school and you go school or what akonya so ho mbo from open wo be SHS2 only SHS3 na safi no be SHS1 no the results mbe impa wo be gym say one boarding house ho oh ya kono there teachers no so force mo from em wo suadinti wo pass wasi no easy e pede wo be general arts business economics Agri, general science, visual art. For St Andrews, and main campus no asking for su. Wakra Hadzi, you will test it triple. Last off, 0244 696911. St Andrews SHS, we are always in the lead.
Get ready to immerse yourself in a tale of bravery and resilience. Journey into the heart of the Kwaman Kingdom, where Nana Akoto, a young prince, is captured and sent to the formidable Dintra Empire as a slave. Nana Akoto faces a fate that threatens to erase his identity, but his spirit remains unbroken. In a quest to rediscover his true self, Nana Akoto must navigate a path full of trials. Will the power of Dintra keep him as a slave, or can he fight to reclaim his heritage and restore honor to the Kwaman Kingdom? Don't miss Nana Akoto, showing Mondays to Fridays at 8 p.m. exclusively on Akwaba Magic, DSTV channel 150 and GoTV channel 102. Dial *759# to reconnect or stay connected to DSTV and GoTV.
CMGC Kachadio!
Yeah!
Near here, say, Ubaba *413#. Our MTN peso. I'm no one saka watadie. Aye CMGC Kachadio promotion. Yeah, I feel yes you bedidio. So person when you CMGC Kachadio bia and you quite well na befaso. Step 1, but *413#. Our MTN so. Step 2, choose CHRAJ FM. Now what dear, the prompt nechi. Esu awu suwa sikamu yina. Ebe kwa ne wie yamao. CHRAJ promotion. Eye cash in and win big promotion. When you idea what's our year, win your share of 24,000 bonanza. Shanuswo, Dudu Bia won't taxi, and you cost *413# and never more when you say, Dinkunim, our CMGC CHRAJ promotion so. A year cashback from Class Media Group. Kai Huna say, Sa Jumedia Way, and she shared the home, the National Lottery Authority, our Caritas Lottery Platform, and a boy chidom. When you fisher don't watch it, Equa, one Kajumedia home. CMGC CHRAJ!
Yeah!
ɛne ɛhoɔden ɛyɛ mmɛmɛduro ɛno nti na barima bi ahia bi no atufoɔ ɛne atɔfoɔ ɛne obi ɔpɛ dodo atu atɔn biara ɛnkɔ chemical shops pharmaceuticals ɛne herbal shops biara ɛwɔ Ghana hanom baabiara anaasɛ frɛ yɛn ɛwɔ 0243 686861 anaa 0245 749206 sankatwe FDA fo agye atu kae sɛ tabia takum deɛ bɛma biara yɛ takum.
Not recommended for lactating mothers, pregnant women, and children under 15.
Ghanafoɔ mediasɛm dabrɛmo sisi adeɛ wo si dan a ɛni kwan sɛ wo ho kra esanse Alu Africa we got you covered. Alu Africa ɛyɛ dwumakuo kɛse a ɛbɔ ne nkyɛnse papa edi kru da so ɛne trusses a Ghana ha ɛne wiase afa na nyinaa yɛn yɛ lidie yɛn ɛne topo. Alu Africa ɛwɔ abakwasɛm edi mu ɛba no roofing sheet ɛne trusses ɛyɛ papa nko ade a ɛyɛ honom ɛna obenya pa ɛyɛ quality sanso yɛ affordable bedroom frishie aduonu nie ɛdan yɛ buru 2 million ɛna Alu Africa ekru so. What a news! Yen chance ye di kru danso no. Niamani dimu ne se emu odu. Ne bani diswo. Fiti 0.35 mm. Eko si 0.5 mm. 0.35. Eko si 0.5. Alu Africa Trusses so. Emu odu. Na e range fi 0.55. Eko si 1.15. Enti enya fe na wudi dua kokru wudanso a. Very nache. Amfotie berie. Alu Africa Trusses no amfotie ntimere enre nache eye good for all weather conditions ne boaso da for ankasa so beto dua pa de enkato Alu Africa Trusses na bokwaye bretu no ho ban. Alu Africa products ni nyina so ye ma 40 years warranty emfrishie dua 9 warranty hwehwe Alu Africa e was Spinters kwan no so ye ne MTN office no ana di nhwani mu ana say frɛ 0574 286292 se wudu takra de so a ye branch ni bi wo ho frɛ ye 0545 446852 na edwumaku bia wo pese wo beto Alu Africa kwal ni bi no wo betimi walk in to your branch bia ye beton dia ma wo mo na wo de kodi dwumadie bia. Alu Africa building made exciting.
Hey, say the Mako who ever Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic no. Me who crave you me. Say enunti no manya award wa. Eye world best. Obia transe ema dompem ya de ka say anase meboya de enkan to dem bio.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Esa nyarwan te say ne ekuro etu no. Ne enkan ewo nanum. Oba na be mo pa wo. Ene enyarwan kaye.
Nansi ma me ka say ene spinal cord ho ekaye no. Greenfield ada romenti ene wasa so de gina na so ebiem.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Ewo ultramodern laboratory and a diagnostic machine sa ehwehwe di padua ni mu ankasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic ewo Nungwa Dogon Estate Junction last stop from 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield,
God is our healer.
Greenfield,
your last stop.
I believe CMGC CHRAJ. Here say, Ubebo star 413 hash. Ewo MTN peso. Amunumu honomwa. Na wansa kawata die. Aye CMGC CHRAJ promotion. Yeah, afi yesu ye bedidio. So peso wenya CMGC CHRAJ bia. En ye kwan we na befa so. Step 1, bo star 413 hash. Ewo MTN so. Step 2, choose Accra FM. Na we die the prompt nechi. Esu a wusu wasikamu nyina. Ebe kwa na wie yamao. CHRAJ promotion. Eye cash in and win big promotion. When you idea what's our year? Win your share of 24,000 bonanza. Shaniswo, Dudu Bia wo taxi. Edia ko star 413 hash no. And never more kwenya say. Uwe kunim. Our CMGC CHRAJ promotion so. Eye cashback from Class Media Group. Kai huna say sa dwumadie we. And share da ho. The National Lottery Authority. Ewo Caritas Lottery Platform. And ebo echidom. Wonya mfisha dun watwe ekwa. Wonka dwumadie ho. CMGC CHRAJ. Yeah!
Get ready to immerse yourself in a tale of bravery and resilience. Journey into the heart of the Kwaman Kingdom, where Nana Akoto, a young prince, is captured and sent to the formidable Dintra Empire as a slave. Nana Akoto faces a fate that threatens to erase his identity, but his spirit remains unbroken. In a quest to rediscover his true self, Nana Akoto must navigate a path full of trials. Will the power of Dintra keep him as a slave, or can he fight to reclaim his heritage and restore honor to the Kwaman Kingdom? Don't miss Nana Akoto, showing Mondays to Fridays at 8 p.m. exclusively on Akwaba Magic, DSTV channel 150 and GoTV channel 102. Dial *759# to reconnect or stay connected to DSTV and GoTV.
Alright, so that's it live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Yasia Bedbu. We there men komechi mamim biem on issues FR MPP Baumia John Mahama meeting TUC. I know Hunto is a newsman, so Nimnina List well too is a newsman. And he's aware of all those, points. And Nyadi may waste time because I can't even get to a top choco. Simen can't say Ghana for you and say a top chocolate spread. You're the fabrudum and Kodape and also nede. Ena impomdin so ewumpa. One more day a top choco 3-in-1 chocolate drink. Abba. Yeah, so a shita papa. Was it the onion in sushi? Mreche, any a situation Ekoko party ya no me diafra mo amopese mutu no dodo etono mo mfre 0243 na yekọ yanim no afa post ni adru in booster ba mesha ai police ni adru no e boostu immune system no ema utimi gina na so a ese bia wo hwa na yare bia be bopew wo hwa na yare bia be bopew da bi se immune system no ye mra abua bia timi atake eya system no mesraw ye ntina wo msenum imboost heba mesha na timi gina wo na so pintin o mamu dankes People's Johnson na nabuachi eba o kanshi anytime Equus Pharmacy anyway Dama Pharmacy ewa Simon Kings Walk heba o kanshi Tinated heba ubenya bi de free ho from 0246208496 na wakwaje odie afei yanka eye St. Andrews SHS. Mesramo me nyame adua by next week. No, woma close no. I and St. Andrews SHS. Wamo SHS 1 admission no. Wamuguso. Awofo ni ahwefo maka kiremo. Me se bobie ya na me kofa de papa say ba me mpese me France. Afedie enkoda ni nyina momfo monko St. Andrews SHS. One my fall my kwasra wo mo so say form 1 for no wo mo ashase omoje and no more form 2 form 3 space want to be say bia you ban free baby now de no kwa ye no so wo mo offer courses bit say general arts, business, home economics, agric science, general science, visual arts ni nyina and cry say wo mo tesi chiblo last stop from 0546 048332 and now 0249 832 015 me bosso 0249 832 015 aha let them hon talk
ofa mama sanchie etiefo na ahwefo biem na MPP mi say abato na chi no ene ni di nkan yehia ase na Dr. Muhammad Bobie kanana ho ya memobo se ne ho ya memobo papa
ha paja microphone
Dr. Muhammad Bobie ho ya memobo se onim adwuma na wakofa no zuno na Bobie ni
but mamento ade we ma after obuyi no then they were posting this about JMCO say edruwa
omo yusu no
but omo father as president. And what do you think about that?
Nana, easy. They are funny people. Oko MPP abako semwa. Nana minyi. But mini bra mampeni kufo ene nanado eko contest 1997. Mampeni Kufuor ni ye no. Ye nya MPP fo bi etisi mountain say. So Mampeni Kufuor ni dia ye nto ya ba ma Kufuor. Yantibida.
Okay.
Yantibida.
Okay.
Wo dia no tuncha.
Okay.
Nanado LED party 2007. Obelidi party. Yenya MPP fo bi omoka se wala nche maintain amambe flag bearer ntie nto abama no. MPP. Yenya kofi kura du kromufo akomadanfo ameka se ye de hye konkron akomada tomeru. Wa mambe ye Frankatuni ntini ye MPP ye nto abama MPP anase Frankatuni a party na koyini da. Bawumia is the only person MPP for akoto abayi no omuwie ye no. The floating voters in Kasaye, the opposition party, and Kasaye, Nemum MPP for the delegates nan Kasa, or Mokoto Abani business, a wuna, no do na you dear, and you know to quantaya.
Say a wuna will say, do no
you dear, and not to quantaya, and to more Mocasa or more or Montoma ba, Emma Baumian, MPP delegate and MPP members, and because about me and a Juma wa Faton so.
You are right.
Nana me masham come to say. Yeni etie obi enimu da obewu eni de eni nyankopon asem but the MPP for beye Bawumia after 2024 election defeat ateni omubedi Bawumia no nadwe be ni so ofa ho onadwe so ofa ho akọ leave akọ tenabru chire kaka ba we obeba ateni omde se nyankopon ansurumu a wode ateni be kwa asamado na you market on the wall Jomedi Bawumia temono because the victory
area part of Medina tem.
You go sia. Me say
it reminds me of Sas Sukruwa and one year besusu amam. Every Mutoka say no mutaika say Mahama Ribison.
Yes,
egu.
Yes.
Enya Mahama liman. Salomo kan say liman.
Mahama baye. Uko kumasi a
omko fa liman
liman be mampini no owe bese edigu kase Mahama so bae no owe
bese kaya yefo omko fa kaya ye ne ekufa jam ne ekufa no kaya yefo kejetia omko Mahama so amienko
sana Dome market no mu freka e for ndom Mahama yeah Bawumia
se omfre
me say wono na ye the first nod na one night the first nod
no say no omfre ka you
for omfre me we this one na be first nod na what PMPP mu
sure onim
now the first nod na no so is the one going to take MPP to opposition that's one be can say yanka say ma tani emedi party we be here no now the first one or the 1 million the also 500,000 what about the come see the ombedi na tem na say me Bawumia
and they are going to use it as a measurement one here slim ni bia lead party
that is it enti Bawumia no
we are maka just young council when engineer see
wonim
10 years
yes
wonim adwuma
there we o ma sesa ato ama no
na every Monday my host MPP for me show so say me pose question ebisa o mo say Bawumia track record as a head of economic management team and the vice president for the past 6-7 years. Ediko 8 years ni. The any beti me jina so anya gidi wo no aka sampa. Bawumia is the man. You beti me trust na. Now they don't want to talk about Bawumia track record. Now they want to tune Ghana for and say yen twen Bawumia vision. Because they are not proud about Bawumia record. Now they may then say 2016 ateni edi nyina ye Bawumia na yire na hyase Bawumia na hyase Fred Mahama say incompetent Mahama say Mahama mono modern all the questions all the lectures Akufo do so bia nim say no obrokwe obon oni hwe wanye lecture bia Bawumia na ye lectures ni nyina Nyankopɔ da ma records ni nyina sugu ho nipa na o friend incompetent no ene Nyankopɔ de wa ba say ene incompetent no enko election and incompetent no be atu na ni obi anim record wa wo so ye competent na etu ye ne ye hu record na hwede nyame aye Mahama simo kan se posterity be judge na Mrs. Asem na yedum yo na yedum me de magana na MPP 2012 Professor Menso Mampeniti ade so na ho dodo no MPP fu amabo na wuto Just one two kwan. O two kwan say pe na onyanko du kra na mo de ato nachi o wawu. Sa Professor Mills wu ye. MPP for say eye John Mahama ni bu no kom. Akoya ne na SDA ni aso member ya di NLA man o so no ko SDA nti wontwa lutu no. Idea ntoburugu ni na ho.
Adumako
befi. Wati wo man wo se Mahama ni bu ni kom. Eda ye kwa launch MDC campaign 2016 e wo Cape Coast Stadium. Na Nkrofo at the posters.
Yeah.
Akofale obisa say who killed Mills. To the sense say yenya akwaku anyi do ho. Ene Nkrofo so yenya investigation. E wo mreko a awira tamese busuafo ankasa. Postmortem report ni kita omo. Ene what happened? Mi nkoti ni nkoti a. Baumia special aid wo ya obi adwene ho a wonte ase. Kwabena Buadu ne maame se Kwabena Buadu dampem na abusuafo atwa adwo Baumia na Nigeria baya omo de adeseda betum se ompese abusuafo bia free amu no ho ampana papa mo abusuafo nyina ma ka Baumia ene Nigeria pe e wo dan no
o se ena omo eloke
dan no omo mienu pe nana ade a mi nyini kura mi ni hwe no minim se ye dida obi no dampamu a bia timi kohwe ni bi ba ebreso na se ye bekata so a uyo ho wa nko obi eya busuafo and at any given time obi dampamu a abusuafo mfiri no ho yangrafo amamna menim se amrani do dampamu a ema ebiti ho na mode eisebio duku na mode ejam na mudi jam obra na obi akọ na obi aba asante amamirim sa na tie abusuafo na bewe amu no sa kosi se ye de beto adakem enti Baumia ne yire ye den kopam maame a ono ne nsunu mu na atie apom abusuafo nyina loke pono ne ma ka abusuani a wona ne monton e de no de ye maame ne se ne dai oso ye ne ba ne se ba bia de na be hyenie ni atete no yatete ne bosu atete yem Arabic ene ho nkro ne ba ena wanya di Samali ene ne wanya di Samali Mahama sema mo de to no so bia nti wo odi adanse ba say even at the time wa papa no atama school up se kana Mahama jina ho but ne yenya maame no ankasa da no muto Samali ena sinsen hukum the same way as a papa no ya you modi so Mahama ena sawabro ni di ba mi hu sa fedie first time a sitting president timi ko ba ko hwie na deja data na bet pimpinis ebom atimi a kire the size se bi otroka se ahro ena se ho ensa kra ensa anya adwuma obeka ni nyina de a kire nte ne me president ba no say sa da functional man we hu ni sa onya hwe odi machi sa so
there be ni age no ubese ngonye dem
o say
age we
na ni na Ashanti region 86-year-old man wanyem ne yiro akacho so no ndi oda so gina ne na so be adie bi o me so mudigu Mahama animu ase no ubo say nya just perception here say but they do almost so it comes with proof and evidence. Baumia campaign ya oko ye nana yante da se Baumia said this is my vision kene Japan le so no wo biebie nyuma ento no ko region bia wo hwe asase da ho no mu a no a kire de betumi aye e wo region we say mu
it's true
Baumia e de no kai it is possible Baumia message no it is possible what is possible nobody knows
ana okofa tu beka ho ohia nkremofo a me yekremoni mu ntuma me okohia kristofo a me suaro na me ba asore don
it is possible
we don't know what is possible
nkremofo Islam omujidi say Yesu Kristo besa babium eni de ade omujidi nemum nkremofo gidie mu no enim say Yesu Kristo ni ade nkwa eni nkremofo gidie mu sa Islam enim sa say Yesu Kristo is the savior because omu Yesu Christo say omu no omu church say Yesu Christo eye odifo prophet. Prophet. But Jesus Christ to them is not a savior. But me atimi kojina so them say we all know. Say Jesus Christ is the savior of this world and he will come back again. Baumia. Now, before Baumia election, me colleague presenter bia NDC for careful. NDC for careful. Na say Baumia ba be flag bearer. E dia NDC for.
Why no?
Me ka wi abehu nipa kro. Na Baumia first time Kremonia oba be Frankatuni ene Saudi Arabia for ene sa Arab countries no omu diske be gu omu tu abad e de na me hwedi na Erade Nyankopon time ya nya say bi no mi use pa common sense Ghana si ekose ekofa na esom so no bi gina hwede ato aba me support sa den say hwe obi soma a osome gina so to aba say no pe ono na argument o ye no say no so no bi gina ene si den na say bi okramoni be president o Ghana ha kebi sida because statistics in say over 80-something% are Christians
straight up
and it say 70% 70 against 30 who see the be president
no it's about
now one catch will say Baumia na onye kramoni and a 2008 or be running mate one lusu in any case Baumia be a vice president no see see one yan hwed why man kramofo a no nkramofo hweso to aba Baumia track record way John Mahama Atamels Rollins omunya no me Christopher omunya nkramofo nana why na ma kwan ma ye ma sebio achiriwiada idil adani idil fitil ebeye holiday why na ma kwan nana why na ma ye see eye can say Hajj village under omampeni kufo penso 8 years shake sa papa ya o alajo no bibi shake ICQ anu kramono no di animu edu senkramofo ekọ afahye kontu kronkron eye meka omo da bontin dan tuntum timbe da bontin for 2 weeks 1 week Professor Mercy ne besiye and the Mahama. Mahama came the same thing. Woko zongos ekofa mu say nkramofo no won hyehyeye se omo no se bi uwu mpo a ense se o doctor ni bia na so bia na wo so hwe ho keke empo omayire mu mpo no se wo ye gynecologist na ye bema e wo mutitie mu no enhyehyeye mu no ense se obi bema ehwe ne yire ho awo sese bi oba ento mo believe no uwu mpo na akoda mo kire a enye obi na wo se osiesie ofunu no eninti Mahama eko zongo kopenkramofo fa atuafo de omukọ eye Cuba ye kotete omo na omo no mra na hospital ne clinic health facilities a eye ewo Muslim communities no omo ntimi sefsere be ya ebekọ according to the eye Islamic customs ubeka 2020 unso aka say mortuary kra no mo be make sure say enkramofo benya omo de because omo de ne yesronko Baumia ka so oko eye Jubilee House na aye equalize because enye balance yemisa Baumia be a vice president 2018 yenya no nkramofo mo ko meka na no mo da bonten eye overhead asina no mo da Baumia be a vice president and yetime gigi nkramofo sika se ya de mo ko meka ye wi na ka chem si amfamo anko enti musika ne da ho sika na di afe fanisi nipa nisi kamanwa wo say the same amount na me ma fancy hu bra wo simi fancy hu ma anda eye Baumia omo ba mo so ma wa ti Zongo Development eye ministry Zongo Development Fund Mustafa Hamid yentwamu da bibia no obetwamu da after 2020 election amu hu se na kom de bedada asirimufo ani Zongo sa amfa no and where is that Zongo ministry na atini day 1 ebesi na omanya office da former MP for Medina akodi oyala ntimete friend sekra Sadiq Abubakar Sadiq okunkon ho se bi o adui otwi obi mantwea wanya office da ti Baumia record as kramoni a waye ma Islam communities na way omo ka kire yense omo ba besi year modern model schools, secondary schools, ewo zongo community for Nkramofo. That's a Kufuado Baumia promise. Nana away. Bakumpempo matumiasi. Nothing. They don't have any record. And the national mosque ne si one mokrano. Eya wine and the boy ye metimisi ye. Sikano is from Turkey, but when the facilitator ye metimisi sa dani disi ho. And to see the kwakase we and Centronia. No betano wa didi ame no football when him now tiatiem. And this is for you careful, and then it's for about me about be flag bearer there. As I didn't know a and about me the via Saudi Arabia for and on Messis Ska and on Madiaba and Messis Ska Saudi Arabia. If he said that officers are on politics, officers are on politics. Now Saudi Arabia forces some music and bar. Now see a tour ban because of a sumo baby Libya. A belong I see then about me to be vice president or Ghana and manage me. And the people should think. Now, but me, I have to justify why I was a Ghana photo about the man. Because Mahama, a vice president. A do say Mahama a president, no. Obian question Mahama credibility. Nobody questions Mahama credibility. Say, Obe as a vice president, no. Nobody. Because Professor Mills gave Mahama opportunity, and indeed, Mahama see mobia hui a jumano schools under trees near sea a year ensure teshi disarnation nina near ubia new. Baumia as the head of economic management team track record where for the past 6 years, 7 years, echo 8 years.
Also on a day agenda 111 by on a day ambulance not 27 ayirano a buy on a day. Drones no $3 million a year no e buy. One a day digitization e buy. Onona a day Anna o bano o catches will be creative jobs. Digitalization creating how many jobs? Ajana one more catches a mobile see within 18 months, 1.5 years. Nana Jeda one no how many years in 2020? Yes, be. O catch a drone. Nana unsi insana mekano sa adwene nyansa no wo fomwa. Drone no e kofa drone na ehfa na edeko. Yemfa nko hospital. Enya wan edi drone ko drone nya wan edeko na edakwa akwo. Hospital ba ye 7 years ni wesi baako. No. Okay, ambulance. NDC is it Professor Mills time. Omukoto ambulance. Sa VWEB. And then a big deal because this is the first time I want to say even if the government buys a ambulance and also see a achievement. Ambulance. Where any achievement? Yeah, NFMC.
Uba one to me anti and no more baba dada Ghana for catchers a young chamber or mere fishing. And into that BIA, me disagree with Listowell. No, I disagree with you, no, I disagree with anybody or free or doing say. Mampeni Kufuamamo was different and now they different now. Now, Ama Atobi to me say, but me also be different. Never any different. And the same blueprint. The Mampeni Kufoja and another bet was so Ghana for a mistake, Eddie Mabaumia, and the same thing. Nothing will happen. Nana me de se Baumiano modern waba. Now, or be pacho second in Japan and Rambe joining. Or be cool be a fee, a Jumani dear son. No him can me or me no. Moko science will be a pack. I would to our church, I would do one of chem.
The bond of
1884. Who do one of chem. Moto abani no. What in if you are all join home. And so many Namsad national security for Kofano. And I'm never saying I'm share that position one camera. ADC so a bra declare resource. And I'm motion worrying in Sanamo. What you trying in Namoshe? Movie 3 days. And mass security and Masade and Numa Twasie. Sikano ashe maboka guskana ashe and a mugun and nimwase movie.
Me that's it. So Sakut, I hope you have a bite. And I allow a onto to run because so far
you owe me more.
Okay,
he has done more research on that area. So but I wanted to even add my time for him, you know. But anyway, I think it's a very.
But I could say, two Northerners, one Ashanti in the person of Alan. But the two Northerners are the main contenders.
Yes. Yes. I think it's an interesting time for the people of the North, isn't it? Because in the history of our country, our democracy, we haven't had people from two people from the North representing the two major political parties. So you can say that is the rise of the minority, because the North is considered the underdeveloped part of the country, neglected part of the country, the poorest part of the country, and so if you then have two people from the North, I mean usually when they say the North, people assume that is one people, one tribe, which is misconception. But I guess I'm using we have to accept the generalization, the general use of the word North, because it refers to the I use the word North to refer to the underdeveloped part of the country, underprivileged part of the country, the poorest part of the country, which is.
But Saku, let's face facts. Menya sure say from this time going, the northern region excuse to complain over reason say one underdeveloped. At least for once, yenya Northerners they are the contenders. Yenya Northern what the president 4 years. Yenya Northern for 8 years running mate in Aliu Mama. And now yenya another Northern 8 years in the person of Baumia. And yenya Northern president, now two Northerners. So I hope going forward, and you will be said Northern region and develop here. Then they should turn and ask their tribesmen why.
But the underdevelopment is a historical thing. It's not something that a vice president can bridge that gap. But of course,
not even the president.
Exactly. Especially unless you want to say that every president should come and behave like Akufo-Addo, whereby you focus on your hometown, go and make tarred roads, and make it look like Abrochi, and leave the rest of the country. Because I've not been.
No, but whatever it is,
I've not been to Chebi, but I hear that Chebi is like Oxford Street.
But whatever it is, so Omani Chiche National Kicker, Northern Region Yaomodia, it's just a matter of supervising.
Yes, but it's not even about the national cake. It's also about developing the potential of the place.
Exactly.
So that it can industrialize. For example, in the North we have the share nuts. The share nuts, and shea butter is a very big industrial product. Even in Europe, in America, and many places, because it's an organic product that can be processed into different products that are selling on the international market. If you go to Amsterdam, if you go to Milan, you will find shea butter that are selling high prices. This is an industry that can be developed. You know about these Bolgatanga baskets. These baskets that are moving from raffia grass. This is we are in the age of sustainability. And in Europe, in America, the fashion industry is now overtaken by the sustainable products. And you'll be surprised that Bolgatanga weaving artisanal basket industry is $1 million industry. If you go to Bolgatanga today, you find an American white man. He's living in Bolgatanga. He's set up shop there, and he's producing basket and exporting to America. So these are all cottage industries that can be developed to empower the people. It's not a matter of national cake, because at the end of the national cake, half of it is spent at the Jubilee House. So how much of it will go down to the But to come back to the main point, I say it's an exciting time, because even if for the face value of having two people from this part of the country in leading the two main political parties, it is an exciting prospect that the underprivileged, underdeveloped people are represented on the bigger stage. And so I agree with you partially that indeed if you have this opportunity now, you have to be able to, you understand the needs of your people better than any other person. You are from there and you understand the needs of your people better. You know what exactly to do to bridge this gap. And so it's a good thing. But don't forget, we are interested in a president who is competent, who is not corruptible, who is nationalistic in their outlook. Because at the end of the day, if everybody want to come and look at their hometown or their geographical location, they will not develop as a country. Kwame Nkrumah didn't go to develop in Nzima.
Yeah.
He built a motorway in Accra. He didn't build a house. So I really don't believe in that kind of thinking. But I think that Bawumia being chosen as a flag bearer for NPP is very historic. I was one of the skeptics who waited till it happened before I believed. I never believed that they would choose Bawumia as even when everybody said, oh, they are going to choose, I didn't believe it. I said, even Canada Japan, I thought Canada Japan was going to beat Bawumia, to be honest with you. And so I was not surprised about how well he performed. I've heard people say that he should be running mate and etc. I believe that if Bawumia loses the 2024 election, the next primaries, Canada Japan will beat Bawumia without the support of Akufo-Addo and the establishment and the money from the government, which they use to help Bawumia. Without it, Canada Japan, because the grassroots supported Canada Japan. It was the
MPP grassroots.
They are going to use the remaining 1 year to work on Canada Japan to bring him down.
Yes. So I believe that in the next 4 years, in the next 4 or 5 years, if they are going for another primaries to elect the flag bearer, Canada Japan will beat Bawumia, because at that time Akufo-Addo's power is off. The Achi Mafia will carry their money.
Yeah, now talk as when you so the Kennedy nyina
because someone who's a threat, they will finish him.
But I believe that Canada Japan is strong enough to fight to
the establishment.
Because don't forget that also he's also a threat to them. He also has the capability to also finish them and help NDC to come to power, because he sits on a lot of information.
Yeah.
So I believe clearly they're also afraid of him. It's not like a nuclear bomb. This one is only nuclear bomb. This one is only nuclear bomb. Nobody will throw it, because you know that if you both throw, it's annihilation. So now they are on the edge. So I believe that honestly the MPP are going to make it, or they have made it easier for the NDC in 2024. Rather than breaking the 8, we are now going to break the heist. You see, did you see what is on my t-shirt?
Yes.
We are going to break the heist, because what is happening now is a heist. It is the former judge said, the Supreme Court judge said, create, loot and share. That is the heist.
Break the heist.
Yeah, break the heist. We tire. So it's not now we are coming to, the idea of breaking it is such an illusion that we are now bringing a man whose words, only his own words, can be weaponized against him. Because everything he has said in the past 8 years, or whatever he has said, is just can hang him. The economy. How can he be running away now from talking about the economy? He's a renowned economist, Bank of Ghana economist. He went to school in Abuja, and you don't
say IT master.
So you don't talk about economy anymore. Economy. IT was there. IT was there. Even Elon Musk cannot even claim ownership for IT. Even those who are developing artificial intelligence. So I don't understand this whole facade about being a master of digitization, etc. We were already digitized before you even came into the limelight. But the fact that he's run away from his core competence, which is supposed to be economics. Obviously, they say when you are in opposition, you speak in prose, but when you are in government, then you govern no. When you are in opposition, you speak in poetry. You see, everything is sweet. When you come to government, you now govern in prose. So now the man can no longer. I don't know how he's going to debate. For example, if you are going to go to debate, what is Bobie going to say regarding the economy, regarding the promises made? One dam, one factory, 1 million, whatever. Even the one factory, one village, one factory, or whatever was a sham. People have already built our factories. They'll just go and do inauguration. They'll invite president to go and cut short, and then they'll say, "This is one of this is one of the shambolic ideas that they ever brought." And that's why even Alan Chiramanteng, he just wastes his time. He won't fly because he was part of this charade where they were going about commissioning Chinese people their factories, and then they will just say, "This is one factory." You did nothing. You didn't build nothing. You see, but you see, the thing Ghanaians are so short-sighted that they can just bamboozle Ghanaians and they will vote for them again. They really believe it. But I think that they are going to make it easy for the NDC. Baumia is going to suffer from the fatigue of incumbency, the sense of Akobado, the Achim Mafia are all on him, and he has no chance. But if in the unlikely event that he even wins, and if Akufo-Addo and good think that they can control him, they should go and ask Atamels, the late, may his soul rest in peace. When power enters into a man's hand, you can't control him. No way. So they will regret. I know Kwabena will not become president, but if he becomes president, they think they can control him. They will regret. He will tear and devour them. He will show them.
Tabia Heba Center, so what the Tabia Heba Mixture and Abba. Wa unyanye odie no nso gugu hunam ya aba wanu mu ato ntidi yade tibi nwe hunam ya oya Tabia Heba Mixture numbi Tabia Heba capsules usisi okotua ya oya woda ajuwim to da bia na bema ya dripa constipation yam watim numbi oso ba penfo fansa nka wonyima nkwo ho Okanshi drug lane and abehu omo from 0243 686861 afei mo amu workers papa bi echi e Ghana no mo dia ne Seahorse 50 engine coolant ya no na mo nyusuo mesre mo na engine bebo engine boy ka ba na bogagu aboka skara se wa hia do su Seahorse 50 engine coolant GB nem protect your engine man from overheating afei enye na chen so ahu na ema engine no ne nkwa na enche na reduce fuel consumption so wa mo de bia ba 3367 coolant 1090 coolant yanyi biai ai Ghana for Seahorse engine coolant Oko lubricant shops nationwide ubenya bi from 0244 577 559 T 0244 577 559 omo order no mo famro 0540 424 386 nana bominanto baby apeso this bia ba kwa wini nani asi ba kwa wini CMG achede wa wini hello Fanfom Allah woyo wafa ofa say
if I know have it
Allah ye
ma chabisa
also ba kase munko so antwa meka sa fe de wagimadi
ma di odipa ti tambia
ene de serial ba fie
ti mo tambia ba
oje o mo no 5 kilos bi waje oye kakra waje eyi friends sardine kakra waje kosia kakra mekuni to dia sise fridge mu ana ye yumre ko buku anyumre buku
aye de ba
anyumre be buku ana ube buku ube buku anyumre
oh David school fees
because odi ko buku kabze all right thank you congrats all right so that's it Liso all right Mijula
all right I mean ante adie ketua bi mfiri hona menwi amemra eyiso I think say enema bi a ekoso in respect of tribal religious comments no say udi jejefo achi a wanwe ya obekwa akoka asem ama ebekwa akofa ensempi aba ade o se Ghana fo nyina hu ni se Ghana hanom so obi ye Muslim o obi ye Christian o ye ni ntokwa ye ni obi ani asem we don't need president bia oba beka se ye wontokwa ye kwonti no oba beka ya bom and we have to know that then first obi ani tribe bia ni asem e wo Ghana ha obi beka se tribe A ne tribe B asem wo montem tinu pese mbeka omubom in fact se obi kura esusu se bibi saa ekoso a eye bawomia ene wode oyene akotu kusasifo so ama ene entokwa ekoso enu nti omo agina so ato abetia no, which of course say oye badwen ba he would learn lessons because now no asem ekosi wo garu Kwabena national security for asemu ekoba yo mo take care mu emu nsensema boys no mo de coffee so ama soja fo akọ buru nkofo aku ama ba ko awuo se asat enene nansa no mo se ba ko aka baabi yeah which of course I was here 3 years I will bow me so on the course because udru communities nimwa. That is what they have said. And Osha about to a course now. It was a protest a year. Omde Chren say the Empes had any be organa. Inti may issue this first. Say in any case, say Baumiaso or a Muslim near what would Jan and Naswa Muzami for a penna semwa. Kwabena Chief Imam. Only the biggest, your friend is
the
godfather of all Muslims in Ghana. Mebwa. Yeah. All your program be every year. Your friend Maulid. This year, in fact, Bonia ebaba omie trim, ama omoko Chief Imam fie ho. Eko share akwabia na bodwi se te se aponche. Akwai Sheikh Arim Yao Echi Emani ye press conference Etia John Dramani Mahama Nyansani Badwemba Ghana's next president se John Mahama ba onanti te se koliko na nye sa Jimmy we enye Arim Yao aka minim se bi kura betimi asi papa panimu te se Chief Imam na mo ye press conference Edia se na dwuma dia obedie mu kina akogina ho na se Mahama eba and the emphasis that he places on say oba any kwan so chia how how can you be this stupid enu onunko onu ni akwa bi a onu no ya bona fi America no ye immigration for ekofo ni bi ena okodi dwirim ena America fo abona betena Ghana oni dwuma bia di ena omutifie omo sankofo emu meso ama no amoma be brum apam afri Chief Imam fie ho they have always brought disgrace. You know Chief Imam is my godfather and any day bia mekofie obia no these two useless for Kwabena be say mema video bi me rekoto me page so Chief Imam who John Mahama Kwabena Chief Imam who John Mahama
I watched it.
It's like I say
so on you the bad
those times ani papa de nem wura mu water sa no de ne coffee ho enya ne na ba mi obara bai ya mu sa kwasiafo we mienu woni say 2020 ye to abawie ye na ma so Chief Imam e de na ko gina mosque na take fo be sima ye no say Chief Imam e ko congratulate Baomia and the Chief Imam say hey na mi abaye mu ba wie na ko congratulate no omo so anu tena
ba mi a contest
ai there be so na Muslim eti wakosia no ho e no omo sta ma media fo ba ho sankofo ni mienu no say yam pam omo afi Chief Imam fie wa ahom ni tokwa beba Kwabena asem we yam me take kindly say pam sankofo na afi fie wa hwe yam be kwa kofa tokwa ba enti me no me nko nkokon san tokwa no e ma no omo ka so mbebu mu na last time me kopa omo cho so omo nyai no Hajia momia me kura me nka Hajia mo monko e mo ahyen sankofo ni mienu no ena Chief Imam ena mudi o magigi budi papa na gigi skasa musa pese musa gu nani mu ase ena sei ade a che sei na papa yesia John Mahama ne doba no obechia na akwa bi a say onu so your friend say me kura let me not give him some your friend say na opiapia Chief Imam opia ne say ma ne nchia John Mahama ekwasa say me no me die me say ka biem efie ho no eye Ghana fo nyina fie chief imam oni Muslim and oni Christian obi akofie ho se munim na mu de san kwasiade no jimi na mu de free ba omi afie ho e de ko se fie ho munim na mu yes ta biam de ba be yem ofie ho no you will never find peace in that house. And I'm saying this on authority, sir. That house is for all Ghanaians. It doesn't belong to Arim Yao. Neither does it belong to that Latif. Jimmy for Latif the thief. Now, if you go on doing that thing again, no, it's not an old issue. It has resurfaced. And then, what happened? Me say, and then what happened? My meno has not given me her permission. So, mommy, my man on Wabba studio. I wish we would get the one here. According to say every day they want to bring trouble. But when we need election, no person called chief imam. You don't go about telling people what they have to do. So we want chief imam has the authority. So we want so that woman. What has happened today? Me say we want the woman to provide us the evidence. That's all. So obeba omra. That's me no obeka say me tell me no. I didn't have to go to investigate because look at what they did to your mama. But for the intervention of some other people are omukọ chire mu chire chief imam unu se chief imam brofo na omukan no wante ase e na omukọ na omukọ daada so ya ka bibia kama kama e na ema no ne community fo ne bu fu ye se stay no makọ kan to abonten se ye se jo mahama ba ma ne church entina on se chief imam bu fu ye e ma video bi ba abonten so he has never been angry. Kwabena, don't you see I don't have a permission but these guys are playing buffoonery in that house. Right. And we must put them to order. Because now we don't even know what has happened. That is the problem. No. Now, me can the previous ones next year now. You are telling me you don't know what has happened. Is that right? No. Did you discuss this in this studio? No, yes, we did. We didn't. We started the discussion. I didn't finish. I started it. No. I didn't finish. Hold on.
Alright, commentary.
I ran a commentary, 2 hours commentary. Maulid. Now the Maulid national program. When will be? Maulid video me be. Busa omo ene mante adana kwa asase ase no mante let's get the woman. I wish I can get the woman. All right, okay, so that's it. Quick credit here, the almost be brave and Greenfield Scientific Clinic so the almost we are done out. Enjoy your evening.